Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Man, it looks like my little stream is delayed a little bit. Seems like there's a little bit of a drag. Wonder why there's a drag. Let me see what's up to everybody, man. Good morning, the boxing novice. Yes, yes, sir. Boxing and bacon. He said coffee, bacon, and boxing. I gave up bacon. But I like the coffee and I love the boxing. Barbara D, we did. I did. We celebrated the birthday yesterday, and I got to sit on my couch and nag at my family and tell them like 1,000 times, but it's my birthday. And I went to the movies with my daughter and my wife. Went to cook them dinner, and then just sat and looked at YouTube. Looked at Twitter, nagged at a couple people on the nagged at a couple people on that left some ridiculous ass comments for me. Wonderful day. I got to talk to that dude named Dave and argue about stupid shit. That was fun. I always like to argue about stupid shit. That always makes my day a little bit more pleasant. So we got to do that on the show yesterday. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Demetrius Jackson said, "Good morning, everybody. Happy belated birthday, Mr. Martin. Hope everybody has a blessed week. Now let's talk this boxing." Yes, sir. Because we got some things to talk about. What's going on? OXPID, Larry Williams, Akeem Idris in the building. Semi's World. What's up? What's up, Sammy Sosa? Say it ain't Sosa. What's going on? Semi's World and Vlad's dad, Mr. McKinney. Salute to you, sir. I'm sure we'll catch up with Blood pretty soon. I know he's got a big work schedule going on, man. He's got to get up to speed on his work. Hey, thank you, Mr. Stony Rock 31. And if Stone Alone is out there anyway, shout out to Stone Alone. What's going on, Coach Chris, and boxing opinions with Alden Johnson? So we had some things take place yesterday. Errol Spence Jr. People continue to say that he's splitting with his trainer. Good news, bad news, don't know. Find it odd that people would be announcing it and all of that stuff before, while Frank Martin is still training with Derrick James for the fight coming up in June. So that's kind of like a funny matchup. But hey, man, if they decided to go their own ways, I'm sure that's what happened with Anthony Joshua. So, it is what it is. What's going on, Lil Ruds? What's going on? Gianni Legend in the building. City of God, City O's Gods, City OZ Gods. What's going on, Nick Balling? Glad. Hey, thank you, Barbara D. Yeah, I had a really good day. I had a very good day. I went to watch. We watched the American Society of Magical Negroes. I thought that was a really good movie. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it much more than I enjoyed Dune. I actually, the day before that, I went to see Ghostbusters, which the latest Ghostbusters, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed it. Still got those little themes that they want to throw in there. They kind of bug me from here to here because I think it's unnecessary. I'm trying to find out who reported it for this on Spence. I don't think anybody reported it. These are leaks. No, not Mike Coppinger. Well, first thing that came out was that it was something that was said by Errol Spence. And when I looked at AM Sports Media, did a video about it, and they said that it was verified by the Spit Bucket. And I know that Spit Bucket podcast those guys are out of Dallas, Texas. At least one of them are out of Dallas, Texas. So, those guys, they're, we'll see. To me, it's funny. Just funny. I'll wait honestly, man, it's really not much need in speculating too much about it. For now, what's the deal with Errol? Is he running from Crawford or what? Because that's the way it's looking. Happy belated birthday, young man. Thank you, Tony Brown. No, that's not how it looks at that. No, he's not running. The man got cataracts removed from his eyes. because he's got cataracts in his eyes, and he had some other medical clearances that he had to get. So the rematch, they decided that they were going to push the rematch back. I think one of the obvious things that are in there that came into play, even though Steven Espinoza didn't mention it, was also there's probably a delay caused by the fact that the Amazon Prime that Showtime went out of boxing and the PBC shifted over to Amazon Prime. So now Errol is out with Amazon Prime. You know? So, I mean, yeah, so now the fight would have to take place on Amazon Prime, and they're just in a week, going to have their first card. I mean, I don't think that's not a transition that was going to take place in 2 weeks, you know? Even though, you know, that's what a lot of people continue to try to do. A lot of people try to keep asking, like, well, when are they going to announce a fight? 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 Oh, they must not have a budget because they haven't announced anything yet. Dude, literally, it was like they were doing that like 2 days. They were doing that immediately after Showtime announced that they were done with boxing. Immediately, it was like, where are they going to go? They don't have a deal. They don't have a deal. They don't have a deal. Then it was announced that the PBC was going to go to Amazon Prime. And then they're like, oh, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real. And then it went from not being real to they don't have a budget. They don't have a budget. They don't have a budget to all their fighters are leaving them. All of their fighters are leaving them. All of their fighters are leaving them. Right. And they did that all the way up, like literally, you know, because just say it happened in around November. Right. So that's 30 days for 5 straight months. That's 150 days. That's 150 days where at least 10 people were saying it every day. So that's like 1,500 comments, 1,500 videos about the PBC going out of broke. You know? So I just say wait and see. And we did wait and see, and now we guess what we see. We see these guys having a fight with we see them putting on a fight that's coming up this weekend. And I'm excited about having a fight week. A good fight week. I know there's fight weeks on a lot of weeks because of the UK, because what they're putting all that UK boxing on. But I have to tell you, man, I'm not, you know, UK boxing really doesn't motivate me like that. I think that's kind of like third place boxing. I think that's like level 3 boxing. As far as the shows that get put on, not really particularly motivated by them, right? Like Hatton Campbell lost this weekend, and Sandy Ryan won. You know what I mean? Jose Zepeda got knocked out by whatever the dude's name was with that nice body shot he landed. What's going on, Cal Coolidge? How you feeling, man? I don't know if Tony Brown had a wrench or not. What's going on, Joseph Robinson? Blessings for now. What's going on? Media Riley said blessings for now and grace and peace to the chat. Yeah, grace and peace to the chat. So, yeah, like people keep talking about he left Derek James, but we'll see. You never see any other promotional company get slandered as much as the PBC. That's because they're in the lead and their opponents are slandering them. The people that are slandering him is Golden Boy and Matchroom. Top Rank, Top Rank doesn't do it as much. Tim Bradley does a good amount of it, but he doesn't do like the wild ass speculation that Matchroom does and that Golden Boy does. I think that the majority of it really comes from DAZN. Eddie Hearn, Golden Boy, the media associated with Golden Boy, then the unofficial media associated with Golden Boy. Then of course you got the Devin bots. The Devin bots are really big into that. What's going on, Low D's? The Devin bots are into it big time. Big time. And I just wonder whether or not they're ever going to really slow up on that, you know? Whether they're going to slow up on it or not. The only thing the UK has over America is they really support their boxers. Well, yeah, but they don't support their boxers. The big name fighters don't support their fans. Because like I had this conversation with people on Twitter yesterday. like talking about how David Benavidez and Canelo needs to be in Saudi Arabia. Fucking for what? Tony Brown don't believe any of that. I mean, first of all, he already said he's going to the. You heard a clip with Errol saying that Errol said, look, yeah, Tony Brown, you just have to wait. You'll find out. Oh, these guys are not going to tell you what they're doing every 5 minutes. You know, that's not going to happen. They're not going to tell you what's going. They're not going to tell you what they're doing every 5 minutes. Hey man, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Jeffrey Brooks? How you feeling, brother? I ain't seen you in a minute. Does Canelo have beef with the PBC? No. Canelo Alvarez is signed to the PBC. Canelo Alvarez verified again. He's signed to the PBC. That's why you don't see certain obnoxious people clicking the links on the channel anymore. Because all that pop went that lie. He never left the PBC. So no, he doesn't have any beef with the PBC, but people want him badly to leave so much that they're like, no, they need to have the fight in Saudi Arabia so that Canelo can get all the money he wants. Even though why can't Canelo get all the money he wants in Vegas? Canelo's fights sell very, very well in Vegas. Why does he need to go to Saudi Arabia to make a David Benavidez fight? They didn't say that. They said it was impractical. Canelo Alvarez said it was impractical. Oh, I'm sorry. Your guy, Mr. Unlimited Funds. That's what they don't get for non-signed to PBC, but fight the zone fighters. I mean, look, man, he signed to the PBC, and it's not a DAZN fighter. That's a Golden Boy fighter. And Golden Boy got a fight-by-fight deal with DAZN. But Oscar De La Hoya can send his fighters where they want to send them. Because Oscar De La Hoya doesn't have a long-term contract with DAZN. I think the only person that has only promoter with a long-term contract with DAZN, from what I understand, is Matchroom. Dave Walker said, maybe I missed it, but could you give me your thoughts on Tyson fighting Tyson Fury or Mike Tyson? Love your channel. I don't really like it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I may buy it, but to me, it looks like he's setting himself to get beat by a very young man that has gotten himself to the level of being a very, very low-level professional. It seems like Jake Paul has gotten his skill set to be a very low-level professional, probably one of the top 500, 600, maybe one of the top 1,000 fighters in boxing. And so Mike Tyson has a very real chance of losing because he's 57 years old, which amazes me, man. I had this guy leave this insult on my channel yesterday. He said, only 55, as if I look like I'm 80 or some shit. I have a six-pack. Man, if you are 58 years old and you got a six-pack, your face looks old. Mike Tyson's face would look younger if Mike Tyson did not have a six-pack. Because in order to have all a six-pack means you ain't got any body fat. You don't have any body fat, your face is going to line up. That's just how that works when you get to be a certain age, because the elasticity of your skin goes away. You're not keeping your skin more elastic at damn near 60 years old, bro. Man, I was like, man, what? At first, I thought it was a young kid, and it probably was a young kid. But then he's like, I'm just saying that I was surprised you're only 55. I'm 58 years old, and I have a six-pack. Like, fuck you and your six-pack. No, I pay attention to those meanies, Barbara D. Because I'm very good at making meanies feel bad about themselves. It's a talent. It's a talent, dog. Let me tell you something. If you're 58 years old and you don't think you look 58, you are a goddamn lie. Okay? Ain't no 40-year-old thinking you are anything, your ass anything but around. Oh, how old are you? I don't know. If you think you 58 years old and think you don't look 58 years old, you are fooling yourself. Ain't no 20-year-old sitting there thinking your ass looks 25, dumbass. And you will definitely with the six-pack have an old looking face. With the six-pack, you got an old looking face. Because you're gonna have lines all over your face. You're gonna have lines on your face. You're gonna have skin that slacks for sure if you have a six-pack at 60 years old, dude. Because only thing a six-pack means is you don't have any body fat. That's it. That's the only way you're gonna see your abs. If I lose another 50 pounds, I'm gonna have a six-pack. And my face is gonna look, and I'm gonna look old in the face. And if you don't think that's true, you lying to yourself. Do you ever see? Y'all saw what happened to what's that little dude's name? Al Sharpton. You're gonna be looking like Al Sharpton in the face. Nah, Fahim, that's true. Oh, no. Unless you're very, very dark skinned. Now, if you're very dark skinned, yeah, you get that shit can go longer. Nah, if you're very dark skinned, your shit can go longer. If you're very dark skinned, I will say that. That's true. Very dark skinned people, yeah, that can go a little bit longer. That shit can go a little bit longer. Bro, but when you 60, dog, your ass is looking 60. I ain't trying to hear that. C. Dewberry, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, Sue? Let me go on, C. Dewberry. I remember a lot of African Americans actually wanted to see Wilder lose. I couldn't understand that because they listened to all that dumb shit. If you're very dark-skinned, your shit can float longer. That is true. Now, that's true, Fahim. That's just the genetic superiority of black skin. It has advantages. It ages way better than light skin. Because Europeans, shit, if they don't look old as hell. But it's not even that you look old. Your just skin looks worn. That's it. Your skin looks worn. Al got that loose skin, man. Al, man, I can't stand Al Sharpton, man. I can't stand Al Sharpton. Can't stand him, man. Al got loose skin and everything. Yeah, he do. But look here, man. We're going to take questions from the Nobody Wants No Smoke crew. Man, boy, I remember when y'all want to smoke every day. Ooh, I beat y'all up out of here. Detroit connection. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By the way, also Devin Haney says he's going to stay at 140 now that he's going to be re-signing with Top Rank. I heard a whisper that Devin Haney is going to be signing a 2-fight deal with Top Rank. 2-fight deal with Top Rank after Ryan Garcia. He don't like that pay cut his ass is taking. Because, man, with them ticket sales, he taking that pay cut, dog. You can't tell me he ain't taking that pay cut over there. He about to go get some of that. He about to go back and get some of that ESPN budget. Hey, morning for now. Watch all Mike going is for one hitter and Jake quitting. Now, look, man, if Mike is juiced up, get juiced up, Mike. Juice it up, Mike. Get juiced. Now, I hope Mike gets juiced. I don't know, Teofimo Lopez, somebody. Lomachenko rematch. Who knows? Whatever they got over there. If he signs a 2-fight deal, hey, man, Mike Kirkland in the building. What's going on, Omega Red? What's up, man? No, there's only one title over there. There's only one title. Matthias, one is over there with the Zone. The other one is over there with the PBC. Oh, there's only the Tio fight over there at 140. Hell no, he ain't going to one because, man, he can't really get paid over there. All I'm saying is, look, dude, I don't know whether or not anything happened or not, Richard Paris. All I know is there was a live stream that for some reason I could not listen to yesterday on Twitter. Then it said Haney 2-fight deal. And it just kept it was called loading. And I tried to listen to it, but I couldn't hear anything. I thought maybe it was a technical difficulty. Oh, he said, okay, I thought Matthias was with Ty. Nah, man, Matthias is over. Matthias is with Matchroom. Oh, yeah, Teal's a big fight for Haney. Yeah, Teal's a big fight for Haney. You better be careful. You better be careful. Better be careful. AC Dewberry in the building said, I'm still here, just listening while at work most days. Happy belated birthday. Yours is a day after mine. Your birthday's today, C. Dewberry. Happy birthday. Your birthday is today? Or are you saying your birthday was yesterday? Because if your birthday was yesterday and my birthday is today, your birthday is the same day. For now, today's show is the major reason boxing needs a national governing body. All these promoters and their organizations, this guy won't fight that guy, waiting on Saudi versus Vegas money, on and on. Look, man, fuck all them dudes keep talking about that Saudi money. Man, dude, I don't care about them shits, dude. That shit is good. That is a flash in the pan bullshit, bro. Man, I don't care, man. That flash in the pan Euro garbage. That's because Europe. That's because the only reason they're talking about Saudi money is because the UK can't afford to get the fights, and the Saudi Arabian military is subsidizing, and the Saudi Arabian military is subsidizing the zone. Nobody trying to hear that crap with that crap ass platform that I pay for that puts on all those crap ass fights. You know what I mean? But they got the heavyweights, but the heavyweights been over there in Europe. Timothy Stoudemire said, for now, will Devin have to? Thank you, C. Dewberry. Thank you so much, man. For now, will Devin Haney have to apply by the will the IBF rules apply? Well, I'll just read what you say. I don't want to fix the language. Will Devin have to apply the IBF rules to win that belt since he has it? Oh, yeah, nothing. He doesn't have to do it. He wouldn't have to do it because it's a unification fight. It's a unification fight. So, no, if he's a WBC champion, there's no rehydration rule. Hey, thank you, Marquis. Day Walker said, is Tim Tszyu in trouble for this fight? I don't think. Hey, man, it's a tough fight. It's a tougher fight than he was going to have. He said, Crown said, you saw the Devin Haney most recent interview. His dad wasn't on camera, so there wasn't so much slander. I actually enjoyed the interview. Yeah, man, dude. Devin Haney's a good dude, man. I like Devin Haney. And I've said that so much that I like Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney's a good person. I wish well for Devin Haney. It's Devin Haney fans that are fucking problem. It's the supporters that are the problem. You guys are full of shit. And you think you got one, but you don't got one. So chill out. And let it come to fruition, man. Let that man get to 147 and see what he does out there at 147, because that's what's going to be on the real. Even if he stays at 140 for a little while, man. You see how big that dude looks? I'm not cap. I do like him, T. Orlando. I don't know why you got to say why is that cap? And ain't you too old to be saying cap? I'm telling you the truth. I like Devin Haney. I do like him. I never say anything bad about Devin Haney. I will absolutely rip up Devin Haney fans' logic, though, because I don't like you all. I don't like you. I don't like Devin Haney fans. I don't like them. Do not like you. Don't want you around me. Don't want you talking to me. Don't want to hear all that bullshit that you try to feed me. I'm allergic to, first of all, according to you, I'm too old for a lot of shit. Hell yeah. Including misspelling. You too well educated to be misspelling. No, man, you can do what you want to do. Man, I'm just saying you too old for 20-year-old girls. You are, Negro. You are too old for 20-year-old girls. What the hell are you talking about? Leave them girls alone. Let them little boys have their girls, man. You had your day. Fuck's wrong with y'all? I don't know. I think Ben Whitaker is a good fighter, but I don't like all that clown shit he was doing. That didn't mean anything to me one way or the other. You know what I mean? That shit didn't mean nothing to me one way or the other, homie. Didn't mean, doesn't mean anything to me one way or the other. Where that dude named Dave, yeah, that was fun. I don't know, man. He's probably out there doing something, man. He probably out there, man, working, enjoying his life, man. I enjoy talking to that dude named Dave. He earned a sub from me yesterday. Yeah, I know. You one of them men go their own way ass dudes. Hey, at least y'all ain't men go their own way type dudes. Because I swear y'all some pole smugglers. I swear there was that dude named Dave. I swear your men go their own way as some pole smuggling son of a guns, bro. I ain't trying to sit and spin ass Negroes. I ain't trying to see that shit. Man, I was like, man, because you got to understand, dude, I don't listen to that deeply. I really don't. I like women. Like, I would rather be in a room full of women than a room full of dudes. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. It's how my mind has always worked. Do you think Dalton Smith has a chance against Devin? I haven't seen him enough to say that, Carl. Yeah, Dave be cooking. Yeah, he does. Yeah. I love listening to Dave. That dude named Dave. I enjoy listening to that channel very much, man. He's got a lot of heart, man. I mean, he's intelligent and he's got the gift of gab. He can go. And he's original. I like him a lot. You know what I mean? I like him a lot. I highly recommend y'all listen to his live streams. So look, man, but he's a UK fighter, so probably not. I'm on the realm of probably not. You know what I mean? Hell no, probably not. Hey man, Carl, you gotta stop asking me about these UK fighters, bro. I don't give a shit about no goddamn Dalton Smith. I don't care about no Dalton Smith, man. Dalton Smith, what weight class is what he's a lightweight or 140? Was he lightweight or 140? We'll see. I know you're not going to see him fight. I feel the same way about him as I felt about Josh Kelly. I'm waiting for his ass to lose. Okay? Dog, I don't believe UK fighters, man. They got to get all the way out that league, bro. You know what I mean? They got to get out of UK fighters got to fight their way off that domestic scene. The thing about the UK fighters is all of their UK domestic fights get televised. And we confuse them because they're televised in the United States as anything other than a local level fighter, because they are local level fighters. And if you put that boy in there with Devin Haney, Haney's probably going to mop his ass. Okay, he's probably going to mop him. You put him in there with T.O.'s probably going to mop him. You put him in there with Rolly might hurt him. No worries about Carl. I'm answering your question. We don't believe you. You need more people. Like, that's just what I think about UK fighters. Now, if you pop out the top, you pop out the top. You know what I mean? If they pop out the top, they pop out the top. Tyson Fury popped out the top. I believe him. I think Josh Taylor popped out the top. I think he stayed at that weight class too long, but I think Josh Taylor proved that, yeah, Josh Taylor's like that. I'm still looking forward to seeing what Josh Taylor's doing next time. Josh Taylor proved pretty quickly. Hey, man, that's a world-class fighter right there with Josh Taylor. I think very highly of Josh Taylor. I just think Josh Taylor stayed at that weight class too long. And he's an asshole. He's an asshole. You know what I mean? And, just the asshole energy came to get him. He's an asshole. Oh, Anthony Joshua's clearly a world-class fighter. Clearly, of course. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Josh Taylor, Carl Frampton. Who else is out there? There's some UK fighters that I really think are definitely world-class fighters. I do like Josh Taylor because I'm an asshole. No, I'm not an asshole like Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's a for real asshole. Fuck Josh Taylor. But he can fight. Christian and Billy, I don't believe Christian and Billy. I thought he was Canadian, though. Or is he? Yeah, I thought he was Canadian. But whatever. Or did somebody correct me on all that? AJ's, no, man, no jokes. AJ's a good fighter, man. Yeah, he's definitely a world-class fighter. Definitely. Yeah, Kell Brook, Amir Khan. Yeah, those guys are world-class fighters for sure. Yeah. I mean, borderline. Oh, James DeGale when James DeGale was fighting. Man, I was a big fan of James DeGale. I love how James DeGale fight. Quite honestly, man, that's what Whitaker better be careful of, turning his ass into a James DeGale. That's when I think when I'm looking at Ben Whitaker, I kind of think of James DeGale. I think when I'm looking at Ben Whitaker, he reminds me a little bit of James DeGale. Tighten your shit up, man. Tighten your shit up. Tighten your shit up, Ben. Tighten your shit up. Okay, you can do that shit to them dudes. Fuck around and get in there, get caught fucking around with these Mexicans. Okay, don't get cute. Get your ass busted up fucking with these Mexicans. See, that's why black fighters in America, man, when we're good, we're real good because we gotta fuck with the Mexicans. The Mexicans will beat your ass. The Mexicans will beat your ass. The Mexicans, if you are not a top level fighter, the Mexicans will fuck you up. Man, we'll fuck you up, man. We'll fuck you up, Holmes. They'll fuck you up, Holmes. You know what I mean? You slip, they'll fuck you up, Holmes. Better not play with the Mexicans. I'm trying to told you. You play around with the Mexicans. Play around with the Mexicans. Get your ass fucked up. You know, get your ass fucked up real quick. That's why black fighters, when black fighters are the best, they the best. Because they can get past Mexicans. They definitely whooping you UK dudes' asses. Okay? They definitely whooping you UK dudes' asses. Only type of risk they may run, you fuck around and get one of them Eastern Europeans every once in a while, slip up and do some shit. You know what I mean? Fuck around and get a Lomachenko or some shit, twist you up because they just different. You know? The Can Man made 31 supposedly. Hey, man, I'm looking forward to him getting back in that ring, doing his thing. A lot of them have a chin out of this world. But I mean, not only that, they can fight. And they're going to beat you up. They're going to beat you up. Bam, like Bam. Dog, slip up with Bam Rodriguez. Man, mess around with Bam, dude. You know one of my favorite Mexican fighters were? Man, what is my guy's name, dude? Funny ass dude, man. Used to be trained. Man, Mikey Garcia knocked him out, man. Brandon, God, what is his name, man? What's the dude's name that he got knocked out? He got knocked out by Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia damn near killed him in his last fight. Brandon Rios. Yeah, man, Brandon Rios, bro. Man, I love watching Brandon Rios fight, man. It's like Brandon Rios, guys like back in the day, man, Mi Vida Loca, Johnny Tapia. Man, I love watching those dudes fight, man. I love watching those dudes fight. Love, like, Fernando Vargas. Those dudes is coming to beat you up, dog. Brandon Rios coming to fuck you up. Okay? Eric Morales. Yeah, man. Eric Morales. Yeah, man. Those guys. So that's what I'm saying, man. Y'all got to get past the Mexicans before I believe you. And y'all's record against the Mexicans are abysmal. See, that's what happened. Now, Miguel Cotto's Mexican. Miguel Cotto's Puerto Rican. Miguel Cotto's a Negro of the Puerto Rican variety. Okay, that's what Miguel Cotto is. So let's not get it twisted. You got to remember when Miguel Cotto used to rock his little fro. Nobody was confused about Miguel when Miguel had that when he had his little afro. We used to rock the little afro. He's Puerto Rican, man. He's an American. My new young guy is Rayo. Rayo be coming to beat you up too. I suspect his channel was nuked by YouTube, but don't know. What are you talking about, 76? Mark, whose channel was nuked? What are you talking about, 70? Whose channel was nuked? Man, you killing me. What are you talking about, Asante L? Who got nuked? That shit is that's a terrible fucking feeling. Ooh, that's a terrible feeling. Ooh, that's a terrible feeling. Ooh, that's a terrible feeling. Sean Ross. You talking about Oh, you talking about Ross, the Ross Network? I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't know something. Did something happen to him? The Ross Network? Something happened, man. He's welcome to come here anytime, bro. Is that the boxing outlet? His channel got nuked? Hey, dog, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you right now. Far from me to tell you. But hey, man, you better get that word allegedly in your mouth. Better get that word. You better get used to that word allegedly. Hey, what's going on, Jeffrey Brooks?
What's going on, Fanai?
Man, I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm a day older, man. You know.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Do you have you got a birthday coming up?
Birthday yesterday, dog. Turned the great 55. I'm 5 years younger than you.
Oh man,
5 years younger than you.
I look like I'm 10 years older than you.
Why you say it? No, you don't, man. You look good, man. Now you don't look like 65, man.
Yeah. Hey, did you ever get? I sent you a picture on Instagram. I don't know if you ever got it. It was a picture of the old Crunk gym.
Yeah.
You did get it?
I did get that. I didn't know that it was you though.
Yeah. I think last time I was on here, I told you I was sitting.
What's your Instagram?
What was it 98 J Boogie?
98
J Boogie.
J. Oh, is it connected?
Yes.
98 J Boogie. There's a bunch of J Boogie. There's J Boogie 98s. I'll go through it, man. I'll go through it, man. And I get it. I do remember seeing that though.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. I just didn't know it was you.
Yeah.
The old Crunk Gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you got it. Oh yeah. Hey, I wanted to kind of talk about I know we in Devin Haney and the Ryan Garcia era right now, and so I know I'm talking about from the topic I'm about to discuss.
Oh, that's all right, man. Talk about whatever you want, man. Hey, hold on real quick, man. Let me get my guy though. The support of the channel. Thank y'all so much for the support this week. It's been huge, and my guy for sure, my man, 100 grand. Daryl McKinney in the building said, hey, man, with the big $25 holler, thank you for supporting the channel, Daryl. And thank you. And again, Daryl, we're going to get blood. Once blood, I call blood like 10 times. Eventually, blood boxing will get back with me. Blood boxing be floating in and out. And then yesterday, real late in the afternoon, said, happy birthday from Sarge. Thank you for the $20 holler yesterday. Thank you so much. Go ahead, though. I'm listening to you.
Yeah. Looking back after, I guess, the smoke cleared and everything, as far as with the Errol Spence and Bud Crawford fight, before the fight was trying to get made, because I remember the issue was the PBC wasn't offering him enough money to his satisfaction, I guess, and that's what was taking the fight so long to get made. So I'm guessing they was looking back at far as he wasn't selling enough to where, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't offering him enough money to where Errol Spence had to step in and take care of the rest. I guess after the fight, after everything's all said and done, the numbers came out. Do you think that it's still that the PBC did the right thing for whatever it is that they offered him? Do you think that the PBC still did a pretty good job, did the right thing of not giving him the amount, you know what I'm saying, as far as what he I guess he should have or he was asking for or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Because once the numbers came out, you know what I'm saying, now we all know, okay, would the PBC still made their money back off of that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to find out, do you think, far as the numbers, which I don't know the numbers, I'm not big on the economic part of this, but I don't know what was the number of the fight, what was the numbers? So do you think that, far as, was it still Was that a fair offer from the PBC to Bud Crawford at the time?
I mean, look, man, I think that Terrence, I think they probably did make their money. It doesn't sound like they thought that it didn't do well. It sold a lot. I think that Errol is the one that probably gave up a lot of money that he really felt like should have been with him. But if Errol is saying that he gave up money, then the PBC didn't give up the money. Errol gave up the money. So if you take Errol at his word and say, hey, man, I had to give up a lot to make this fight happen, then the person that should feel that way would be Errol, but not the PBC, because apparently the PBC didn't pay any more money than what they thought that they were going to pay. And I don't think that they would do. I think they knew it was going to be successful, and it was successful, because my understanding is it did 650, 700,000 pay-per-views. It did a 23 million. It did an over $20 million gate. So I think it just depends on what Errol feels about the deal that he got. And if for some reason Errol is not able to continue fighting, or something bad happened to Errol, then he got the big payday that he needed to get, which was the biggest payday of his career. And even with him, I think it could have been a good decision for him. I doubt very much that anybody lost money on it in actuality, other than, maybe Errol feeling like that he had an opportunity to make more money than he did. And because Terrence Crawford was, being very aggressive in the negotiations, that he had to give up more than he thought was fair. But I doubt that it's a scenario where the PBC really got hit with anything. Just off what I heard people say. That's what it seems like to me.
Right. Well, Errol offered a portion. I guess the PBC had they offer, and Errol Spence just kind of like made up the rest or whatever to satisfy. No,
I mean, it's going to be the PBC. The PBC is going to be they will get. I don't know what their sources of income are, but you have money that is put up for the fight. But just say that money more than likely is going to come from Errol's support system, which is the PBC. Al Heyman and those guys, if there's money getting put up, it's either going to be, Tom Brown or however they do it, because I don't know exactly how they do it. I just know it's going to come from the PBC side. And they had the network, so whatever the network put up, the network puts up, and then it goes from there. But I don't think Errol was actually coming out of his pocket to pay any money. And I don't think Terrence was actually coming out of his pocket to pay money. The issue is just, how much money are you going to pay me in advance? What is the guarantee going to be? Like, what's the minimum amount that I'm going to get paid? And I think that if you listen to what Terrence Crawford said, I think Terrence might also feel that he left money on the table. Because if he got a big guarantee, that means that the amount of money that he actually got paid for the pay-per-views was less. Because when you get paid a big guarantee, they're going to raise the ceiling on the number of pay-per-views that they need to sell before they're going to pay you any additional money, or any additional money off the pay-per-views. And then when they start paying you, they're going to give you a lower percentage because you didn't take the risk up front. Where, say, Errol might have said, okay, I'm going to take less of a guarantee and I'm willing to go off the pay-per-view. So he really probably could have wound up getting paid off the pay-per-views at a higher rate and in an earlier mark. So again, I think that is when we're analyzing what the case is with other people's agreements, there's obviously a lot of speculation to it, because we don't know exactly what it is that they agreed to. Even when we hear the word guarantee, we don't necessarily know what that word means in that specific circumstance. We don't know whether or not Errol didn't get a big guarantee and Errol and Terrence did get a big guarantee. So, for example, I know that that Gervonta doesn't really care about big guarantees. He cares about the money that he's going to get off the pay-per-view sales, because he's confident that the pay-per-views will sell. Where you may have Terrence Crawford, who's not confident that the pay-per-views will sell, so he doesn't want to take as much of a chance. I do think that there's a threshold, though, that you meet with your sales where your pay-per-views what your guarantee is doesn't make a difference, because you've met it. The guarantee comes in and is really important in case you don't make it. But again, if you ask for a big guarantee and you do make it, well, then guess what? You are going to get paid that amount of money anyway. There is no need for the guarantee, but because you didn't take the risk, you're going to make less money than you would have if you would have said, okay, look, man, I'll take a $2 million purse, right? That I know I'm going to get. But hey, man, if we get to 700,000, if we get to 700,000, I'm going to make a lot more money than if I took a $10 million, $20 million guarantee and we get to that same amount. But hey, if I take the guarantee and we only do 200,000, well, hey, man, I'm going to make more money that way, unless it is your guarantee is written in a way where you wind up not getting that money because they have not going to pay you anything until they make money. So I think that I just think that we as boxing fans that speculate on the business side do so, but when we do so, and it's okay to do so, but we should do so understanding we don't really know the actual terms, and what those words mean, because not all guarantees are the same. Because number one, what are you guaranteeing? You know what I mean? Like, what are you guaranteeing? Like, you can have a warranty, that's a guarantee, but what is the warranty guaranteeing? What's in it? Not all warranties are equal. You know what I mean? Not just because I have this, I got a warranty. Well, what's it warrant? What are you guaranteeing? Because a warranty is a type of guarantee. Like, hey, man, if anything goes wrong other than your tires, your normal wear and tear stuff for this amount of time, we're going to cover it. But one warranty, if you pay a lot, may go longer than another one. One guarantee, if you pay more, might actually cover more things, right? So, I mean, I think like when there's one thing to Monday morning quarterback a fight in the ring that you can actually see, but to Monday morning quarterback an agreement that you have never read is tough. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I hope
it's pretty much you pretty much rolling the dice when you asking for a guarantee, or you decide to, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let my numbers do the talking, So it's
like Tierlanda said, exclusions are exclusions are an MF. Yeah, like you don't know. Not all dude, people keep talking like one surefire way that I know somebody don't know what they're talking about. When they talk about contracts, is when they say I've read one, that means I know what this one is. That's no. You just because you know what yours is doesn't mean that's what that same somebody else negotiated, right? But yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute, it was hell making that fight, man. It was all type of back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The fight being held up because one side's not happy with what's being offered.
I'm gonna tell you who held that shit up. It was Terrence Crawford. Like that shit is very, very blatant. That shit is known. That was Terrence Crawford doing that shit.
Yeah, that's how.
I'll tell you how that. See, now if you want to ask me whether or not how that would affect the PBD. Hey, man, no, Bud was hell making that fight. Exactly, was hell making that fight. The problem with Bud is that nobody's ever going to do that. Anybody with a brain will never allow him to do that again. Because because now you're not talking about the agreement, you're talking about the negotiation. When I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the like what was actually agreed to. I'm talking about the process of getting there. The process of getting there was wide open. Everybody saw that.
Right.
Bud is a pain in the ass and he's not reliable. Period. He's a pain in the ass and he's not reliable. So, and he's likely to tell you one thing and do something completely different. Anybody dealing with him has to literally see like, okay, here's the contract. Here's what I'm offering you. Take it or leave it. And you may say, okay, man, or like this, not take it or leave it here. Here's my deal. I'm giving you this. This is what I'd like to offer you, Terrence. Please have you and your representatives read it, and please get back with me. When do you think you can get back with me on this? And I have to get a date from you. I have to know when you're going to get back to me on this. So I might actually even write on my agreement. I might actually say that this offer expires if not executed by this date, and send it to him. And if you don't get back to me with a counteroffer or some type of response by a certain date, it's off the table. because he likes to use this technique of he's going to wait. He'll find other options. He'll do all it. No, that's the problem. I don't think the problem for the PBC, if I was looking at it, was I don't think that the problem from their point of view would have been the money. I think because they could just say, look, dude, I'm not doing no shit that I don't think I'm making money on. And this is the amount of money, this amount of risk that I'm about to take. Errol, if you want to take on additional risk on your side, fine. Errol wanted to absorb the risk. Errol absorbed the risk. That's easy because the PBC is a third party to Errol and Terrence. So they could easily say, look, man, this is the risk that I'm willing to take. Otherwise, this fight's not happening. I don't care. Either way it goes, I'm not willing to take any more risk than this. Terrence wants us to take more risk. Errol, if you're willing to absorb this risk that he wants to put on us, that's on you. So Errol says, okay, I'll absorb the risk. You can take something out of my pile and you can give it to him. My risk doesn't go up. Errol's risk goes up. So it is what it is to the PBC. And that, like, in my regard, like, for real, like, I'm a third party. If you, me, and King of Kings are doing it, and you're fighting King of Kings, and I'm the one putting up the money, and I say, look, man, I'm investing $1 million in this, right? And you say, and you say, well, look, man, what you're offering me, the $200,000 that you're offering me, I need $300,000. But I was originally going to pay King of Kings $300,000 and you $200,000. If this dude wants an extra $100,000 and King of Kings is willing to move $100,000 from his agreement over to your agreement, fine with me. Doesn't make a difference because I'm still on the hook for $500,000. You got what you wanted, but the acquiescence came from King of Kings, not from me.
Right. And it's really, even after the smoke clear and the numbers all come out, it's still hard to say, you know what I'm saying, because they're looking at it as one whole number, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say who sold what, which fighter brought in.
It ain't because you negotiate that. You don't, it's not that. It's not after. You don't, see, that's a myth that these other people be doing. I hate that.
Oh, okay.
Let me try to figure out how, what was my portion of this? No, dude. Right. You sold a pay-per-view that's $600,000. You did 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Both Errol and Terrence did 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Right. The question is, what does the other person believe in the next fight Terrence Crawford has? What do they believe that fight's going to do based on the numbers that they have, and what risk are they willing to take? If the person's not willing to take the risk, they're not willing to take the risk because they can look at it and say, look, man, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe that this fight with Tim Tszyu is going to do 500,000 pay-per-views. I don't believe it. That's not what my numbers tell me. Now, if Errol was fighting, if Tim Tszyu was fighting Canelo, for sure, okay, we would be willing to do that because it's Canelo. We know Canelo's track record with But anyway, that's the thought process that I would go. That's the process that I would go through with it. But I don't think Terrence Crawford. I'm going to tell you, the whole sport suffered from that. Yeah, dude, the welterweight division seriously suffered. A whole lot of fighters that were not Errol and Terrence, they suffered because of Terrence Crawford. And I believe that is the truth because those guys would have got additional fight dates. They had boxing fans because he played that stupid game with BLK Prime. But that just shows you that if you deal with him in the future, you have to make sure that you don't deal like even when Stephen Espinoza, man, I didn't buy that when he said that shit. Stephen Espinoza was like, well, considering the great businessman that Bud is, yeah, that was very political of you, Stephen. You know that man. Everybody know that man a pain in the ass.
He couldn't kick him under the bus like that. It's been a little bit.
Because, he knows that there's the speculation out there that Bud is a pain in the ass to deal with. But Bob Arum already said it. See, the first thing was Bob Arum said it.
Right. Yeah.
And then as soon as he left, he showed it. So it was like people were not believing Bob Arum. And no, man, this guy's really difficult to deal with. I only want a one fight deal with him. He's not my headache no more. That's their headache. And then boom, what you see, a headache. And what did he do? He pulled out of a fight on those guys. He did the same thing he did the same thing to the PBC that Demetrius Andre did to the PBC. When Demetrius Andre was supposed to be fighting on Showtime against Jermell Charlo, and he got an offer by Rock Nation, and he dropped out of that. That's the same thing that Terrence Crawford did with BLK Prime and David Abnesian. Did the same thing. The only difference is that Rock Nation never wound up showing up or giving Demetrius Andre the fight. Other than that, it was the same move. So no, I can't talk about the individual business deal, but if I was them, I wouldn't be worried about that. You probably did make their money because they're like, man, I'm not going to take any undue risk on this shit. Right. You know, so they're not stupid. They've been in business a long time. They know how to make money in a boxing event. They know what tickets they can sell. And just like a YouTube channel knows if you put a video up about how many views you're going to get. It's not, I mean, it may surprise you one way or the other way a little bit, but it's not going to surprise you too much. You know what I mean? Especially over the course of time. So yeah, that's my take.
And I think if Errol Spence never would have stepped in there and gave his offer, I think to this day it is still, the negotiations probably still be going on right about now.
But here's the thing, man. I'm not going to criticize Errol Spence because if Errol Spence had cataracts and he's got injuries and he has all that, man, he's had a significant layoff in his career. He's got to get a fight. He's got to earn money like everybody else does. Now, if Terrence Crawford took advantage of that, then, you know, that's Terrence Crawford's negotiation technique, tactics, his technique and tactics, whatever. But if Errol got his money, Errol made a lot of money, Errol got that money in the bank. Hey, he's got that money in the bank. That's real for him. That's real.
But see, before now, when it happened, my whole mindset about that was a fighter should never have to come out of his own pockets to make a fight. That's what he got his management for. You know what I'm saying?
But he's not coming out of his own pocket. He had to give up the potential of earning money. He didn't come out money out of his pocket.
Okay.
He didn't pay Terrence Crawford money.
Right.
You know, he didn't pay the money.
Right. Well,
anyway, all right.
I hear what you're saying.
All right, brother.
Okay. All right.
All right. Get back, Jeffrey. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Errol did for now. They did take a big hit, bro. Errol was a big name, way more earning. Yeah, but not if he was hurt. What if he's hurt? What if he's hurt? And earning potential and earning. His earning potential, I mean, that shit may have happened against, if he wasn't in shape and he had some type of health issues, man, that shit could have happened with Keith Thurman for a lot less money. But anyway, man, like I said, I'm not second guessing these dudes, man. These guys made millions of dollars. They made millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. I'm not about to second guess that shit. Yeah, but you don't know what Errol knows. You don't know if Errol knew about those cataracts. You don't know if Errol knew that he was having a really, really hard time making that weight. You don't know. So I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm not going to second guess a man that made millions of dollars because he could have made millions more. That's the basis of that Trump shit that I ain't trying to hear. They're trying to get Trump for fraud because he overvalued his property, even though he paid the loan back and the bank made a bunch of money. There's like, hold on, if I would have valued your shit less, I would have made more money. Man, get the fuck out of here. I think you got to show some actual harm before you try to go get that man for money and try to adjust his rate downward for a loan that he already paid off. I'm not trying to hear that, man. You know, I'm not second guessing a man that just made all that money, man. Shout out to Errol. You had to do what you had to do. You make the best decision you can make at the time, and you live with the Nah, he knew when I lost a lot of respect. Man, you can lose his respect, but he got your money. If he knew, then he's got to get the money. Fuck, I respect him more. Get that money. Ali had to jump out there and get his ass whooped by Larry Holmes. I don't respect him any less for having to earn a living. Some of y'all got to get y'all asses whooped to get your channels off over here. I don't respect y'all because I whooped your asses. I don't disrespect y'all. I don't have any less respect for y'all because y'all came up here and got y'all asses whooped. Not at all. You had to get your shine somehow. Had to get these people to know who you were somehow. Couldn't have got us sitting up in your truck not talking to nobody, huh? Ungrateful bastards. He took my money knowing he wasn't right. Hey, man, well, shit, it's your ass. Hey, man, he got out there and did what he had to do. Man, don't nobody get, hey, man, he didn't give a shit about your respect. He got to pay for his kids. He got to pay for his kid's school. Okay, that man got to pay he got to pay for this kid's school. Your respect? What's your respect? How your respect gonna help him pay for his kid's school? You know? I'm telling you, I do respect them dudes. Somebody had to find a way to know who you were after somebody let you on a channel for hours at a fucking time, for weeks at a time, and let you ask 15, 20 fucking questions so everybody would know who you were. You ungrateful bastards. Man, you gonna buy that fight, man. Stop that shit. If you gamble, you can't blame somebody. Man, that man got millions of dollars, man. I'm for real. Ungrateful bastards. Out here, that's why your ass still ain't monetized, Negro. You ain't gonna get that thing. You shouldn't have sold out till you got monetized. That's where you fucked up. You should have got monetized first. You're not supposed to sell me out until you get that dollar sign next to the upload. You're not supposed to sell out until you get the dollar sign by the upload. Then you sell out, dummy. Then you start doing that shit. Not when you got 600 subscribers. Man, them niggas ain't trying to send you no subscribe. Man, them dudes don't love you, dog. Them dudes don't respect you. They use you. Biggest bunch of fucking users. Manipulative ass users. Anyway, I thought I'd remind you, bro. Get the check, then pull. Exactly. Get the check first. The hell? He said, Fanon, the thanks I get, ain't that a bitch? Exactly. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? Man, you got to cross the 1,000 threshold, bro. You got to endure it for a little while, dog. You got to endure it. You got to endure it for a little bit longer, man. You'd have been at 1,000 by now for sure. You'd have been at 1,000 for sure right now. Hey, Big Dog Willie. They said Bill Haney said Devin has more power than Matias. Does he? Did he? He may have more power than Matias. He may have more power. I mean, you know what I mean? He may. Use that shit. Bub put him through all that BS and he won't fight Thurman because he was hurt. I've never agreed with that. I've never agreed with Errol Spence's stance on Keith Thurman. Never. I have never, ever agreed with his stance on that. And I never will. I don't agree with y'all tearing that. Man, let me tell you something, man. Keith Thurman was the original Gervonta Davis, bro. God, dog, people talk so bad about that dude. God, dog, they talk so bad about Keith Thurman, man. Because Keith Thurman stopped giving interviews to people. Keith Thurman went Hollywood, bro. Keith Thurman got put on. First of all, he put himself on because he's a world-class fighter. But then, dog, he got arrogant and he stopped doing videos with certain YouTube channels, and they just started shitting all over him, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I ain't asking none of y'all fighters for interviews, man. Because number one, what happens you don't like me all of a sudden? Or I don't like you all of a sudden. What am I going to then do? Start shitting on you all the time, man, and calling y'all kind of names and this and man, please. I don't need you. Dog, let me tell you something, man. Y'all don't need me. I don't need you. So I'm about to sit here and just tell you what I really think, man. Keith started referring to himself in the third person. Yeah, I know, but I'm Fanon. But Fanon says, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Yeah, Keith got an ego now. Keith got an ego, bro. Keith got an ego. Without a doubt. Keith. Floyd ducked Thurman for Birdo. No, he didn't. No, he did not. The man is on his last fight of his career, man. And plus, don't nobody remember. I don't even remember all the facts around that shit. That man did not have to fight no damn Keith Thurman. Hey, Ruben Langford said, for non-facts, some people do stop liking people when the truth gets told. Oh, man, I'm trying to tell you. Look, first of all, man, boxers are sensitive. And they should be because they take a lot of criticism, man. See, taking insults is not the same thing as taking punches. Taking insults, constant insults. Dude, that shit gets old. You get grumpy. You know what I mean? You got other people telling you what people say, but you don't really have the time to listen to them. There's all kind of dynamics that go through that, man. There's all kind of dynamics that go with that. You know what I mean? Oh, man, you said something and I didn't want you to say. Nigga, I'm not on your team. You say a bunch of shit I don't want you. You say a bunch of shit that I don't want you to say. But you're not on my team. You don't owe me shit. Like, none of you boxers got to get up and none of y'all will get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and interview with me. None of you. Ain't a single solitary one of y'all out there after you doing all that damn running and all that shit you doing, getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning to talk to me. Okay? Everybody that wants interviews and do all that shit, y'all got to do that shit in the afternoon. So spare me, man. I got a morning show. Hey, time has proved Thurman was right to stop messing with certain chant. Dog, I'm not saying it. Well, look, first of all, I don't even care. Y'all can say what you want. I don't even care, bro. I don't even care. The more I've been around, I did have that discussion yesterday with my guy Dave. And I just think that dude named Dave, I just think you're a little young. I think you're a little young, man. You got to see the changes come, bro. You can see the same changes. You know what I mean? Like, that's why these people that write like science fiction, they can tell you what the technology is going to be, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Up until a point where the shit gets ripped down. Most of the time, I just don't like that Devin doesn't believe in himself enough to just knock somebody out. He just doesn't take all that risk. I mean, look, man, I ain't telling that man how to fight. No, man, I do. I think you're just a little, I think y'all a little young. You think I'm old, Negro. Well, see, it's not like that back in your day. That's what you said. You be like, it's not like that back in your day. And every time somebody says back in my day, like what? You mean like yesterday? Nigga, I ain't dead. I ain't dead. I am not dead. But you just remember, when your kids start doing that shit to you next week, when you talk to a 20-year-old, remember when a 20-year-old tells you that next week. 20-year-olds think that. Oh, you guys just don't understand. Now, I will tell you this, though. It is a truism that if you have technology in your house, you need to go ask your kid to go fix that shit. They'll get that shit quick. You know what I mean? Because they're used to that type of interface. Man, experiences ain't different, man. Everybody's experience is different, Kyle. Everybody's experience is different. You say, my nephew does that to me now. He's 17. I'm telling you, it's the same. You be looking at him like, okay. Yeah, you be looking at, oh, really? Okay, young man. Devin can't fight any other way. He's low key. This father got the most out of an average he ain't no average fighter. Devin Haney's actually quite exceptional, bro. Dude, he's quite exceptional. He's quite exceptional. Man, I hurt his feelings too much, bro, because I wouldn't let him bullshit me. I wouldn't let him soft pedal me, man. But you're paranoid. You think I'm soft? You're soft pedaling me, man. You're soft. He ain't nothing average about him, bro. Jashawn claimed there's nothing average about Devin Haney. Hell no. Devin Haney is elite, 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 elite. He's elite, 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 is what he is. Man, King ain't going extra quiet these days. That bum is in the fucking comment section trolling me every day. That man is addicted. He can't stop it. He just doesn't want me to sit there and roast his ass and Rick Glazier, because Rick Glazier's out here looking like a fucking buffoon. And he knows as soon as he gets up here, all I'm going to do is roast Rick Glazier. As soon as it comes up, I'm going to roast Rick Glazier. Because that's what you guys always want to do. You guys always want to tell me this is what the truth is. This is what reports say. This is what reports say. And then when the reports wind up not being true, you want to disappear. And I say, stop giving me reports, because I just want to wait until I find out what happens. I'll talk about the reports, and I'm going to say they're reports. Okay? They're reports. Until they actually happen, they're reports. You guys got all that shit wrong. And he was up here. They don't have a budget, but they don't have a budget. They don't have a budget. The PBC doesn't have a budget, but now they have a budget all of a sudden. What's up, Addy YLM? Dude, you can't, there's nothing, you can't compare. Dude, stop that shit. Okay, just stop it. Devin Haney is not average. Average has a definition. You can't say, well, you know what? Elon Musk, what's his name? I'm sorry. Bill Gates, compared to Elon Musk, is just average. But his wealth is just average. He's not that rich when you compare him to Elon Musk. He's not that rich. What? They're rich as shit, both of them. One may have more money this week than the other one has. They're both rich as shit. Neither one of those dudes have an average income. Neither one of them have an average net worth. And it's not average compared to him. You're like, oh, I mean, for a billionaire, you're just averaged. Fuck out of my face, bro. Dude, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay. Let me tell you, you got to go. Okay. You got to go. I want to have a real conversation about boxing. I do not want to have some damn conversation where you say a guy that was undisputed champion at 140 pounds, that managed to win a fight against Vasily Lomachenko, beat Regis Prograis, that's an average fighter. He's not an average fighter, man. He's not an average fighter. He's not an average fighter. Will you stop it? See that? You don't bring that bullshit over here to me and have me actually trying to sound like a Devin Haney hater. I think you're trying to test me to see whether or not I suspected maybe you guys are out there trying to get me to say some shit that's so fucking asinine that people will actually think that I'm hating on Devin. Okay? It's not going to work. I am not a Devin Haney fan. I'm not a Devin, excuse me, I like Devin Haney. I'm not like Devin Haney fans. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that Gervonta Davis has never achieved anything in his career, and he has a career he should be ashamed of. You're not going to get that out of me, okay? I'm not going to be up here telling you, though Deontay Wilder sucks. Deontay Wilder, he's not even a Hall of Famer. Deontay Wilder's not a world-class fighter. I'm not one of you. I'm not one of those buffoons, man. I'm not one of those buffoons. Deontay Wilder is one hell of a fighter. He's going to the goddamn Hall of Fame. He defended a world champion 10 times. The man is made millions and millions and millions of dollars in the ring. The man was an Olympic bronze medalist, bro. You can't sit up there and try to compare this dude to your local gym rat heavyweight. Okay, you can't do it. The man's accomplishments alone tell you that he's not average, because that's how you judge somebody by their accomplishments. You judge them by their accomplishments. Devin Haney is not average. There's no freaking way you can tell me that man's average. There's no way he's going to get where he got if he's average. No way. No way Shakur Stevenson gets where he gets if he's average. No way. You do not win an Olympic silver medal being average. You cannot tell me Keyshawn Davis is average. You cannot tell me Errol Spence is average. You can't tell me Terrence Crawford is average. You can't tell me Keith Thurman is average. You can't tell me Jermell Charlo is average. You can't do it. You can't tell me Caleb Plant is average. Stop that shit. Do you know how hard it is to get world class in a sport? Do you know how god dang hard that is to become a professional, an NBA basketball player? There's nothing average as a basketball player about any player in that league. Nobody is average. There's no freaking way that they're going to be average. Those dudes will absolutely mop the shit out you at basketball if they just got on the floor with you. They're competing at a level that most human beings cannot compete in. You're not going 15 seconds with Gervonta. Dude, you may not, dog. Do you know what Gervonta Davis will do to an average lightweight fighter? An average one? And when I'm average, I mean talking about somebody out of the 3,000 professionals that is ranked number 2,000. That man will absolutely annihilate that guy. He will absolutely not annihilate him. That's why you got to be ranked in the top 10 to fight him. That's why you got to be ranked in the top 10. They're like, hold on, man. No. You got to be ranked in the top 10 to fight this guy. You got to be right. You got to be ranked somewhere. I mean, dude, you shouldn't be fighting. Those guys ain't fighting nobody outside the top 30. If they fighting somebody out the top 30, man, that's some fucking problem. Okay? You don't want that smoke. Just like you talking about the guy that if you watch the United States Olympic trials, the U.S. Olympic trials in the 100-meter dash, I don't give a shit if that guy finishes last in that race. Your ass gets in that court again. You get on that field against him, on that track against him, you're going to get left in the fucking dust. Your ass going to look real bad running against that guy. And I'm talking about NFL. I'm talking about NFL wide receivers. NFL wide receivers. Starting NFL wide receivers. If they get on a track and try to outrun the guy that winds up fifth in the U.S. 100-meter finals, that dude is going to get smoked. Because though there's nothing average about that. So let me be really clear again. Do not call Devin Haney average. He's not average. The problem with Devin Haney's fans is not that they think he's a good fighter, because he is. The problem is that you think Shakur's not. The problem is that you think Gervonta Davis is not. The problem is that you think Teofimo Lopez is not. Teofimo Lopez will beat your ass. For sure. That's not an average. Oh, he's average. Shit, George Kambosos ain't average. I ain't stupid. I know damn well George Kambosos ain't average. Now, if you want to talk whether he's the top 5 in the world, that's a different conversation. Whether or not he's top 5 in the world, that's something different. So just keep it real. Keep it real about the guys, man. Like, dude, this ain't no Devin. I'm not bashing Devin Haney. This ain't no Devin Haney bashing channel. You all get things twisted. You're Gervonta. Those guys are Gervonta Davis bashers. Oh, Gervonta's never fought anybody. Let's go through his resume and complain about every single solitary fighter and say, who did he fight? Who did he fight? What did he do? How did he fight? Answer this question for me. Answer that question for me. Answer this question for me. He's trash. Nothing but bums. He's knocked out nobody but come on, man. Get the fuck, man. You see what happened when they caught Tio slipping? Yeah. Exactly what'll happen to everybody if you get your ass slipping. Exactly what'll happen to everybody if you caught slipping, fucking around with a pro. Ain't that right, folks? Fucking around and get caught slipping. Fucking around and get caught slipping. Man, Kyle, I don't want to answer those questions. Man, don't answer me any question that you don't have an answer for yourself. Answer that question yourself, Kyle. For the 90th time, by the way. Because I know you've asked that question a bunch of times. Just say what you want to say, man. Don't try to lead me down the primrose path, man. Okay? Depends on who's better, Rolly. I mean, honestly, you're going to fight both. And your legacy is what you have when you're dead. Okay? I don't want to hear none of that legacy fucking talk. Who are you going to fight this week? Legacy is what you get when you're dead. These dudes ain't dead. Fuck their legacy. And I don't even care their legacy. Fuck their legacy. What do I care about it? What do I care about your legacy? Just like what do I care about how much money you're getting paid in Saudi Arabia? What? How the hell does that help me? How does that help the boxing fan? It doesn't. Oh, I don't want to see the Terrence Crawford, Jerron Ennis because it doesn't really, my legacy. I'm looking for money and legacy. Look, man, Gervonta, man, Tank, look, man. You guys can say what you want, but do not act like that man has never accomplished anything. And he's already 29 years old. Oh, my God, he's only 29 years old. Dude, man, Bernard Hopkins didn't even have a pro fight at 29. Fanon has the legacy. It is. I'm telling you, legacy is what you got when you're dead. It's what you leave when you're dead. And you're not going to know. So what you talking about it for? And that's for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. The only thing that helps boxing fans is fights made and put on. That's why I watched his own. Yes, man, let me tell you something, man. Then stop asking all them goddamn questions. If that's the case, then stop asking all the dang questions. Bud Crawford was over 30 before he fought on his first pay-per-view. Yeah, which means he was 30 before he ever got to his first undisputed too. I mean, I don't understand all this garbage. You guys are just making up stats. The only reason because you're trying to compare him to Devin. Look at everything Devin's done and he's 24. Then he gets beat by Lomachenko and you completely forget about it. You tell me who has a better resume, Tank or Devin. I don't care. They have different resumes. Depends on what you like. How do you judge a resume? How good a resume is based off the job they're interviewing for. Let's put that resume word to the test. How do you determine whether or not somebody has a better resume or not? So whether or not they fit the job description. So you tell me, what's the job? And I'll tell you who I think has the better resume. I'm going to fuck you boys over now. I swear I'm tired of y'all. Not you, though. But I'm tired of that crap. I'm tired of all the cliche conversations. I'm tired of all the gimmicks, all the traps. I'm tired of them. I've been debating y'all, responding to y'all, listening to y'all for years now. You guys do the same crap over and over and over and over and over again. Pause, please. Pause. Man, fuck a pause. I don't even know what you want me to pause about, but still, fuck a pause. Ronald Cunningham said, you're right, Tyson and Floyd legacy still going with all the promotions fights. I mean, it is what it is. That's what everybody has. But what do I care about their legacy for? What do I care about their legacy for? Like, you got to tell me why is that even relevant for me? Why is it relevant for me? Thank you, brother, for that support, man. I'm just saying. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the cliches, man. I'm tired of the cliches. I'm tired of y'all trying to pass off the same crap over and over again. You got some counter to everything. If I ask a question, well, look, man, what do I care about it going to Saudi Arabia for? The fighters don't care. The fighters care about the money. The fighters who the highest bidder is going to win. Yeah, but what do I care about that? I'm not a fighter. What do I care about that for? I want to see a fight. You're in Saudi Arabia, the fights are on in the middle of the afternoon. And it's not helping American boxing at all because most people are not watching it. So if you have all of the really good American fighters fighting over there in Saudi Arabia, and which means none of the American fighters are fighting in prime time in the United States, that means less Americans are watching fighting, which means you're actually helping kill the sport. Because people aren't watching them. Isn't that the problem with Canelo already? That he's fighting people that people don't want to see him fight in the United States. So as a consequence, fewer people are watching his fights. There's less interest in the sport. And then what's going to happen? Saudi Arabia, once boxing dies in the United States, they're going to drop their prices. That's all they're going to do is they're just going to drop their prices. And what happens if they're no longer interested in boxing? Or they don't like this particular American fighter? Or they're just, I don't try to hear that shit. That does not help boxing. Doesn't help boxing. The fact that you got a Saudi Arabian military overpaying fighters for a fight, you didn't like it when Al Heyman was doing it. Al Heyman was overpaying fighters. You complained about it. It said, oh, man, they're not going to fight enough. They're not going to fight enough if you pay them too much money. That's why they're only fighting once, twice a year. So you're going to double down on the shit and take the fight out of the country? So now they don't even have to sell tickets, but they're still charging pay-per-views in the middle of the afternoon, mixed in with a bunch of other fighters you don't even give a shit about? Boxers are not getting paid more money than they used to. They're getting paid less. Fighters, there's no fighter right now getting paid when Mike Tyson was getting paid. There's no fighter right now getting paid more than Tyson Fury was getting, more than Mike Tyson was getting paid. Mike Tyson was getting $50 million back in the 90s. Evander Holyfield was getting $50 million back in the 90s. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was getting $100 million. They're not paying $100 million. These guys are not making that same amount of money because the fights aren't selling. The fights aren't selling. Don't nobody give a shit about the Klitschko's. Don't nobody give a shit about Mike Tyson. I mean, don't nobody care about the fucking Klitschko's. Don't nobody give a shit. Nobody gives a shit about Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk. Neither one of them. You think they care about Joseph Parker and Zhang? Man, stop. Stop. They don't care about, most boxing fans don't care about that fight. Casual boxing fans, the ones that you are always talking, we need to get casuals. We want to get casuals. We need the casuals. The problem is that we can't get the casuals. If you want the casuals, why the hell are you having the fight in Saudi Arabia at 3 o'clock in the afternoon if you want the casuals? Why? Why do you want that? Yes, you're here to apologize about being wrong.
What's going on, man?
You are extremely, extremely, extremely wrong.
I'm here to talk about what you're talking about right now.
Right, no, but let me tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that Canelo Alvarez said he never left the PBC. What about that?
We got all
what about
that,
the fact that you said Canelo Alvarez and all these other guys are leaving the PBC?
It's a
And
report.
Canelo Alvarez never left the PBC.
It's a report, but I wanted to talk
It's
about
not a
the South.
report. It's not a report. It was a statement made by Canelo Alvarez's manager, Eddie Reynoso.
No, I'm saying it was initially a report.
It was, but you said it was true.
I reported it.
You said it was true.
Fanan, I just
You
reported
said it was true. You also said it was true that they couldn't come up with the $35 million. You also said they don't have a budget. They now, it's been announced that they have a mixture of pay-per-views and non-pay-per-views. What happened to that, King?
They have 14 pay-per-view and non-pay-per-view.
No, sir. What they said was what Steven Espinoza said, who is a consultant for the PBC, said that they have a mix of, they have 12 to 14 cards, and it is a mix.
That's what I just said.
Between pay-per-views and non-pay-per-views.
That
But you
is
said
correct.
they don't have a budget.
It's a distributions deal. I mean, we were just reporting.
Sir, how are they going to have non-pay-per-view fights if they don't have a budget?
I was just reporting, man. I don't know.
You are not reporting because you're not a fucking reporter. You were telling me
what I heard.
you were not, no, you were telling me something and claiming something was true that wasn't. Because that's what you said. Now, was Rick Glazier said it was true. Was he right or wrong?
He seems to be wrong with the information.
He seems to be wrong.
I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say, man.
I want you to say he was wrong because clearly he's wrong, seeing as Canelo Alvarez is fighting on a PBC card.
Yeah, he's wrong.
And they said, and they have non-pay-per-view fights. And they also clearly have a budget because Amazon Prime put out that whatever their 24/7 is. They put it out.
Gloves off, yeah.
Yeah, so how in the world don't they have a budget if they're producing?
I mean, he was wrong, I guess. I mean,
you're wrong.
That's what I heard.
So please don't report to me anymore. Because every time you do it, I have to stop you talking. And then I got to wait to find out what you are spreading was propaganda. You're not giving reports. You are spreading propaganda.
You report stuff too. Sometimes
what did I report?
Tell
me something that give me something that I reported.
It just depends on what you like.
Give me something that I reported.
You know you do it. It's just something.
Since I reported, tell me what I reported.
I have to think.
Then don't fucking talk because I can tell you the propaganda that you did off the top of my head.
Because this just happened the other day, man.
No, it didn't happen the other day. You've been saying it for a year. I can tell you earlier ones. You said the PBC was going out of business.
Just let it go, Fanan.
You said the PBC didn't have a deal with Amazon. You reported that too. And that was way back. That was at least 5 months ago.
Fanan, just let it go, bro.
I'm not letting shit go.
I'm here to talk
I'm going to rub your nose in it. I don't let shit go.
Because
when are you going to get this? I don't let shit go. You spread some propaganda. I am going to hold you accountable for it. You spread propaganda. I told you it made absolutely no sense for the PBC to sign a deal with Amazon and Amazon not be willing to put up any money. It made no sense. That's why I didn't believe it, because it didn't make any sense. I also said it didn't make any sense that the Canelo, who's already had multiple fights with the PBC and made a grip of money with the PBC, would be asking for the money to be put in escrow because he doesn't trust them.
Fanan, that's what a lot of people said.
No, not a lot of people said it. You said it. Rick Glazier said it. A handful of about maybe 10 or 12 boxing outlets that spread propaganda shared it. And then people repeated the propaganda and debated the propaganda. Because that's what you want. You want people to repeat and debate whether or not this propaganda can be true or not. But the source itself is propaganda.
Fanan, this stuff is good for boxing. It's good.
It's not good for boxing to claim
for us
that it's boxing, that one of the biggest organizations in boxing is going broke. That is not good for boxing.
This ain't boxing talk, man.
It's not good for boxing to spread propaganda.
I meant boxing talk between
it's
me
not
and you.
Good for boxing. Who's
different
good boxing
channels.
talk is it good for?
It just gives us a good argument.
Man, shut the fuck up with your propaganda, bro. Look, stop spreading propaganda around here. Now, what do you want to talk about?
I don't.
That's not you spreading propaganda,
brother. I don't want you cussing at me, but
fuck you.
Come on, man. Like, It's the
What?
middle of Ramadan. I'm not.
Fuck you. You spread propaganda, bro. You do. You try to run down the names of black organizations and claim you're not racist.
And I think you're a pro PBC plant.
I'm a plant.
Yeah, I think you're an
Do
industry
you know what a
plant
plant
for the
is?
PBC. You're an
Do you know what a
industry.
plant is?
You're an industry plant for the PBC. That's
Yeah.
what
Okay. Thank you. You think
But
I'm an industry plant for the
I have a-
PBC
I
because
have
you're
a-
a propaganda. Because and your evidence is that I told the truth.
I have a suspicion. Again, I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion.
You
Just like
and
you
that
have a
suspicion is based off what?
I have a suspicion based off of your words and your
What words?
pro comments against Tank, Errol,
What?
and Wilder.
I can't make a pro comment against him. Give me an
I'm
example.
sorry. Pro comments for.
What's like what?
That's just a suspicion. That's my
Dog, you said you got them. Like what? Say what they are.
the way you discuss Tank and
What did I say
Al
that
Heyman.
makes you think that I'm a plant?
Manan,
What
you know
did I
what it
say? What did I say?
So based on the convincing mosaic of circumstantial evidence, I can say that you are an industry plant for the PBC.
Give
And
me the
If I
mosaic.
have to get evidence to support this claim by giving you different things that you said and
Sir,
lining
you're
all those
not
things up,
giving any evidence at all.
I need some time to get that.
Sir, you shouldn't need any time because I can name them shits off right now for you. I can name them off. I can name them off. You said black people have a tribal nature.
No,
Number two, you said the PBC was going out of business. Number three, you said that the PBC did not have a deal with Amazon. You said that the PBC did not have a budget once they got it. Then you said that Canelo Alvarez and there's a bunch of fighters that are leaving the PBC. You said Canelo left the PBC. You said that there was a $35 million in escrow that they couldn't pay. Then you said that that's at 7. That's 7, and I'm just on one topic. Okay, so that's a convincing mosaic because I have the mosaic. A mosaic is a bunch of things that you can put out for. I can do it off the top of my head with you. You come on my channel all the time and you can't come up with any, but you got a mosaic. All you have is an accusation. You don't have anything to support it.
But what you said is also not beyond reasonable or clear.
It is extremely beyond reasonable because we know it's not true.
It's barely a preponderance.
Sir, all of it is not true.
It's barely a preponderance. It's not even.
What does preponderance mean?
You UNT Orlando discussed it.
Dog, what does preponderance mean?
More likely.
More likely than what?
More likely. It's about 51%.
It's 1% if I catch you lying 7 times.
A lot of
if I caught your ass lying and spreading propaganda at least 7 times off the top of my head, and I'm not even going into Deontay Wilder. I'm not even going into Errol Spence. I'm not going into Terrence Crawford. I'm not going into any of those other things that you're talking about. I've given you 7 pieces of propaganda that you have argued that are true, and you don't think I made it to 51% that you spread propaganda?
I don't think so. I don't.
You sure?
Yeah.
I know for sure. That's 51. That's not 51%. That's well beyond a reasonable doubt.
Let's ask T Orlando in the chat.
T Orlando, no. Let's talk about what do you want to talk about, buffoon? Okay.
All right.
I don't mind frying your ass up, but dude, you've almost reached the standard. By the way, what are the 3 standards that we talked about?
Preponderance, clear and convincing, and beyond reasonable doubt.
And what's the fourth? But what's the 4th one that I said? What was the 4th one that I said that I believe Boxing Hacker was utilizing?
A standard or a fallacy?
The 4th standard, dumbass. They're all standards. They're standards of burdens of proof. Standards. Those are burdens of proof. They're standards. Right. I guess you could say that the standards is on the judge, like strict scrutiny and all that shit, but I don't remember that. That's constitutional law, and I have to wait for T Orlando to give me the different standards necessary to use when they're looking at like the standards that they use for like adjustments to constitutional issues and all of that. However, I'm talking about a burden of proof and the standard that you have to meet. The other one is, since you don't know what it is,
I'm sure I remember. I don't recall.
You don't remember because you don't.
Or
Otherwise, you could say what it is.
I'm saying when you say it, I'll remember.
If you really understood it, you would know what it is off the top.
The fourth standard.
One that's almost impossible to meet. That is impossible to meet. Beyond any doubt. Beyond any doubt. Boxing Hacker wants you to prove something beyond any doubt. So if there's any way that I can say that this is not true, that's enough, because I just doubt it. Because it's my kid. I doubt it. I still doubt it. I just don't believe it. I saw him burn down the house, but I just can't get my mind to believe it. That's beyond any doubt, which nobody would ever hold anybody to prove. Your ass is most definitely spread propaganda, 100% spread propaganda as true, because you've done it at least 7 times. You've done it 7 times that I can name off the top of my head.
That's invalid, bro.
No, it's not invalid. You want me to name them again?
Let's go one by one.
Oh, the PBC is going out of business.
I said Showtime was going out of business.
No, you said PBC was going out of business.
Showtime.
You said both. Sir, you said both.
And Showtime was right.
You said both. And Showtime did not go out of business.
Showtime boxing. You want to be literal.
Showtime, you just said Showtime was going out of business. Man. Showtime did not go out of business.
I'm talking about Showtime. You know.
Then change what you say, but that is not what I'm talking about. Showtime eventually did. But you said you also said Showtime was not going to renew before. No, let me tell you what you said. You said Showtime was not going to renew PBC's contract, which they did. And you did say that the PBC was going out of business. You said both. You just changed it. You just changed it. You changed it. You went from the PBC is not going to renew Showtime's contract. That's what you originally said. And then you said that when they don't renew their Showtime's when Showtime does not renew the PBC's contract, they're not going to have anywhere else to go.
There you go, logic chopping again.
I'm not logic chopping. That's what you said.
What I said was Boxing Network that PBC on, which is Showtime, and Fox left them too. They were going to go.
That's what you said. That's one of the things that you said. That's one of the things that you said. Didn't mean you didn't say the other thing. That's not mutually exclusive. You're a liar. So of course you said something different when the facts changed. Of course you did. But that's not the only thing you said. You said that the PBC was not going to renew, Showtime was not going to renew BBC's contract. You didn't change it till Showtime was going out of business until that article came out. And that article came out a year before they actually went out of business. Originally, they didn't. All they did, the original move was they didn't cut Showtime out at that point in time. They moved Showtime Sports to see underneath CBS. That's the first move they made. So they didn't even do it when you said they were going to do it. They didn't do it till after they moved under CBS.
You were calling me a liar when I told you Showtime.
You are a liar. You're spreading propaganda.
And then they went out of business.
They didn't go out of business. They stopped doing They stopped doing boxing. Showtime is still in existence.
Boxing, bro. This is a boxing channel.
Dude, you can't tell me Showtime. First of all, you can say one thing. And then when it doesn't happen, you change it to something else. So first you said they weren't going to renew the contract. That's what you said. It's reported. Rick Glazer has inside sources that they are not going to renew the PBC's contract. But guess what? They renewed it. Then Rick Glazer and you changed it. Then you went to, Showtime is going to go out of business. You said that a year before it actually happened. A year before Showtime stopped boxing.
That is correct.
A year before that. But you said other things before that and after that. And after that.
You got to tell me.
Let me tell you, I've told you 7 things. A broken clock is going to be right twice a day. That don't mean the clock don't work. That doesn't mean the clock works. Just because your hand is stuck on 12 o'clock doesn't mean that you're not going to be right exactly 2 times a day.
Now you're using the ad hominem fallacy, man.
That's not an ad hominem, you fucking moron. It is a metaphor. It is a metaphor. It is not an ad hominem.
You're insulting.
This is an ad hominem. This is an ad hominem. You are lying because I don't believe you because you're a lying sack of shit. That's ad hominem.
You're insulting
because
me.
I don't believe you. You said it's raining outside. I don't believe you. Why? Because you're a lying sack of shit.
You just called me a broken clock. That's an insult.
That's not ad hominem. I said a broken clock is twice right a day.
You're referring to me as a
moron. Man, stop playing stupid ass games. What do you want to lie about today? Okay. What do you want to lie about today?
I wanted to discuss about the Saudi thing. Just because you don't want to watch those fights doesn't mean that boxing fans don't want to watch those fights. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, I do want to watch those fights.
Because you're sitting here saying that nobody gives a damn about those fights in America. And
they don't.
We want to see those. I do. So that's not nobody.
No,
you say nobody. That's not true.
That is true. First of all, I'm not saying that there's absolutely no human beings on the continent.
You said nobody in America. Nobody in America.
That is what you call colorful language.
You want to be.
You do not actually believe, nor does anybody here actually believe that. I mean, 0 people on the planet that in this country want to see that.
You said nobody in America.
Sir, that is not to be taken literally, obviously, because if 5 people want to see it, that means somebody wants to see it. I buy it myself. I bought those fights myself. I can show you the receipts to the fights that I bought. I bought those Saudi fights. So clearly I wanted to see them because I bought them. So you think I mean that I didn't want to watch it even though I bought them? Let's not play silly games. What I clearly mean is that is not a fight that is very popular in the United States. And it's not. My understanding is that Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou did less than 20,000 pay-per-views.
What's your source?
That's just what people are saying.
What's your source?
What people are saying.
So you want to report things that
I'm not reporting it.
Propaganda.
Listen to what I said. My understanding is
you're spreading propaganda against.
I am not spreading propaganda. My understanding is
because Upper Echelon repeated it on your channel.
My understanding is it may be true, it may not be true.
Fanon.
If you would like me to use anecdotal evidence, no worries, I'll set that down. The anecdotal evidence is that I know a lot of people in the United States, and I didn't get any calls about that fight. I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody out there that was telling me to watch the fight, ask me what happened with the fight. I went to the bar. I went to a bar. I was at a bar. Nobody brought it up.
How many people did you deal with?
Dude, it doesn't matter, dude. It is not a lot of people interested in that fight.
That's not enough of a sample size. Bro.
I don't give a shit, dude. Then I don't know whether or not. I guess I don't know whether or not anybody would be interested in anything. I guess Gervonta Davis versus Eastside Cruz did 5 billion pay-per-views. And it's the most wildly popular fight in the history of boxing.
You told me, Fanon, I was spreading propaganda against.
Sir, you are, because you are factually telling people things that we know are not true.
You are factually telling people things.
Sir, I don't know whether it is true or not that they did less than 20,000 pay-per-views. I don't know that.
But you repeated it.
Sir, but I didn't claim it to be true. You claimed it to be true.
What did I claim to be true?
You claimed the 7 things that I said to be true.
Don't distract the conversation right now.
It's not distracting the conversation. You claimed those things to be true. You said and asked me, why are all those PBC people leaving the PBC? Why are fighters leaving the PBC?
That is correct.
It's not correct because Canelo Alvarez didn't leave.
Did Matias leave?
I don't know.
He signed with the match.
Does not mean that he is not advised by Al Heyman. Doesn't mean that. And it doesn't mean that he left. He could have been thrown out.
Fanon, you're using
fighters that. Do you realize there are fighters that the PBC part ways with?
You're saying you're using the argumentum ad ignorante.
I'm arguing. No, I'm arguing with an ignorant
just
person.
because one thing is not true doesn't mean the other thing is false.
Dog, that is not fucking even what that means, you fucking buffoon.
But not,
Look, man, will you stop playing games?
I studied these.
I'm gonna throw you out. No, I'm gonna throw you out. I need for you to be serious and stop thinking you're trolling me. You're not.
I studied these fallacies.
I'm gonna throw you out, buffoon. I'm gonna throw you out. Okay, you're wasting my time. You spread a bunch of shit and say these things are true. You behave and act me to assume these things are true. I don't know what the pay-per-view numbers were for Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, but I know fully well that that was not a wildly popular fight. And the reason that I know it is because I have roughly between all my platforms 200,000 followers. 200,000 followers is enough of a sample for me to know what's hot and what is not. Because I, unlike your ass, have demographics for my channel, and I did videos about that fight. I know what the popularity of that fight was because I talked to hundreds. I have access to data on hundreds of thousands of boxing fans. That is a reasonable sample. My own demographics. That's why I can tell you who the popular fighters are in the United States, because I am one of the biggest boxing outlets in the United States for boxing fans. I have one of the biggest platforms in the United States for boxing fans. Do you disagree with that? Of course not, because I can prove it.
I'm not going to comment on your numbers.
You shouldn't, because it's, sir, between my multiple platforms, I have roughly 200,000 followers.
You know, followers
that is sir. Yes, it does. That is in the top 1% of boxing YouTube outlets. Top 1%. So if I look at my algorithm, I look at my analytics, and my analytics for views that in a year well exceed 15 million views from over 300,000. Because remember, there are people that watch the channel that are not subscribed.
Yeah.
I have a good idea based on my analytics of what is popular in the United States. I can't tell you what's popular in the Philippines because I don't have a base in the Philippines. So I can give anecdotal evidence, which is the interactions that I have with boxing fans.
Okay.
And if I do a poll, I'm gonna tell you the fights that they're interested in because I actually have the ability to do that.
You have a specific type of fans, though,
sir. Yeah, they're called Americans.
No.
Yes, they're called Americans. What do you mean?
I don't want to get into all.
Of course, you're a fucking racist. You don't want to say they're all black, but they're not.
I didn't say that.
You want to?
Don't do that.
You want to?
Don't do that.
I don't have, dude. I only speak English.
Don't do that.
I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak French. I don't have my videos not transcribed into other languages.
Fanan, don't do that to me.
No, I'm gonna do it to you. If my channel is not Americans, what are they?
I'm not talking about Americans or.
You said my
Canadian.
channel is not American, is what you said.
I'm not talking about that.
You said my channel is not American. What is my channel?
I'm talking about like the fan base, the specific fan base.
What do you mean? My fan base is American. The boxing fan base that I have here is American.
I just don't want to get into it because I know you're
gonna. Of course you don't, because you're a fucking racist and you don't want to say what you want to say. Black people don't count.
That is not true.
You.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you must mean.
What I'm saying is your channel's fan base is Errol Spence Jr., Tank Davis, and Deontay Wilder. But
they're not Canelo Alvarez fans?
Majority
and
are
Devin Haney fan? How do you know?
I've been on your channel.
Dude, you just named the biggest name fighters in America. You literally just named the biggest name American fighters that there are.
I specified.
You name Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis. Those are the three biggest American stars that there are. You name an American fighter that's a bigger name than Gervonta Davis. I'm gonna wait for you.
I just had to specify the fighter.
No, specify my ass. You said for me an American fighter that is a bigger name fighter than Errol Spence and Gervonta Davis? Give me the name.
American fighter? No.
American fighter.
Nobody.
There you go. So my fan base are the fans of the biggest name American fighters that there are, but yet my fan base isn't America?
You didn't understand what I was trying to say.
No, I do understand. You're just not saying what you're saying. What you're saying is you're black and you don't count.
What are you talking about, man?
In order for me to say that my channel represents the American people and what the American people want to see, and for you to tell me that that's not true, my fan base are the fans of the biggest American fighters that there are, then how can the biggest name American fighters that there are not be fans of the biggest American name fighters?
I'm just talking about the fan base of different.
You're a closet racist, man. You're dog whistling. You're dog whistling, bro.
Bro, this is what I don't like when you do.
I know you don't like me pulling your. Yeah, I know you don't like me pulling your card,
because that's completely.
The biggest. Let me break this to you. In the United States, the most popular American fighters, just like the most popular basketball players and the most popular singers and the most popular entertainers, many of them are Black Americans.
I'm not even talking about that.
Sir, I am telling you that the Black American population and what they want is indicative of what America wants. What the Black American finds popular is what America finds popular. Hip hop goes off in the Black community, then what happens? It becomes popular outside of it. Rock and roll is invented and becomes popular in the Black community. What happens then? Everybody else gets into it.
Thank you.
Okay? That's what happens. Muhammad Ali is the most popular American athlete ever. And if there is an American athlete that's more popular than him, it's another Black dude. Either Michael Jordan or somebody else.
Hanan, I'm not talking about race.
No, I am. You don't have to. You're telling me that my channel does not represent Americans. When I say that the people that I talk to, I know what's popular in America based off the people that support my channel.
That's not what I meant, Hanan.
But that's what you said.
Hanan, allow me to correct myself. Please give me an opportunity.
Sure, go ahead and try to spray paint that shit.
What I'm saying is your channel has a lot of Gervonta Davis, a lot of Errol Spence, and a lot of Deontay Wilder fans. I'm sticking to that specific, whatever word you want to use.
You're right. The most popular American, as opposed to what? Fighters that Americans find popular.
Yeah. Like
as opposed to the fighters that Americans want to see.
That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Well, that's the fucking problem. I know what you're saying. It's just ridiculous. Because you're telling me the fighters that Americans actually want to see are not the fighters that Americans want to see. Because they're the ones that have the biggest numbers in America. You cannot find anybody other beside Floyd. Because Floyd, guess what? Guess who else fans come here to?
Read MT's.
Nah, dog. I listened to you. You explained it.
Read MT's comment.
I'm not reading his comments. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Matter of fact, whoever said it, block him. Whoever said it, somebody throw his ass out. You're telling me that my channel does not represent it is not indicative of the wishes and desires of American fight fans. Because my channel is heavily populated by people that are fans of Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis, and Errol Spence.
Yes, that is what I'm
saying. Exactly. So it just so happens that Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis, and Errol Spence are the most popular fighters in America.
Yeah.
So it seems as if the people that are in my chat represent the people in America, because my channel likes the same people that everybody in America likes. That the most people in America likes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable.
So therefore, I can tell you through anecdotal evidence of the supporters and the people on this channel what fans want to see.
But it's not majority of the fans. It's
Sir, It is clearly the majority of the fans if you know the statistics, because the largest number of people are Mexicans and blacks that support boxing in America. That's the people. We are the people that support them. Mexicans, blacks.
That's reasonable.
That's not reasonable. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fan base. That's the people that are spending the money. Black Americans and Mexicans. Thank you. And Mexicans support black fighters. They do in large numbers, especially if they're fighting another Mexican.
So let me get to my point as to
No,
why
you already got to your point.
I didn't complete it. I was saying since
Dude, you were looking, dude, seriously, man. You need to get your self-hate together.
Fanon, just give me a second. Let me finish this.
I don't want you. I gave you more than a second for you to sit here and say that racist shit up on here, man.
It's not. I want to finish my
Yes,
point.
you did. You said black people don't. You implied black people do not represent America.
Man, will you please, bro?
No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you what you're saying.
But
That's a dog whistle, dude. That's the same thing that you said when you originally got on here talking about tribal nature.
Fanon, I suffered from racism when I first came to America.
And you ain't said suffered from racism. What did you suffer from?
What you talking about?
I don't care what you suffered from. I don't give a shit.
So how you gonna tell me I'm racist, Fanon?
Because you said some shit that you're okay. What do you want to be, a racist or a fucking idiot? Which one? You pick it.
I don't want to be either one of those.
You either can't see what's obvious or you don't want to see what's obvious. It's one or the other.
Just give me 1 second to
you are either easily fooled or you are racially biased. You pick which one it is.
Me and you,
because I need to know which one it is.
Me and you have different opinions. That's all.
This is not an opinion, bro. That's not an opinion.
It's all it is. And
it's not an opinion that black Americans and Mexicans are the number one. They are the number one purchasers.
That's a fact
of boxing. There is no question that black Americans are the number one most popular fighter in the world.
That's a fact. Boxing fighters.
Then shut the fuck up saying that a channel that has a lot of black American fans that talk about black fighters are not talking about what fight fans want to see. That's that Ring Magazine horse shit.
That's
that Let's See Monster Inoue shit.
Listen to my whole point real quick.
I already know your whole point. That's that whole Monster Inoue shit.
No, because
you guys are trying to sell Lomachenko Ring Magazine. You're trying to sell Lomachenko. You're trying to sell Amir Khan. You're trying to sell all those other dudes, and they come to the United States, and people aren't interested in them.
Just real quick, man. So
just real quick, my ass, man. Go the fuck away, bro. Boxing Hacker, what you want to make a story about?
I just want to. So you called my name out originally, talking about.
I didn't call your name out. I made fun of
you. Well, listen. What I'm here to say is that when me and you were talking originally, it was about whether a fact could have an excluded middle.
A fact is a fact. That's a proposition. That's not a fact, silly. I don't even want to talk to you because you're going to take all fucking day saying that stupid shit. But you have a lack of understanding, sir. And I'm going to show you right here. You continually do the same shit. Yeah, I did snap. Fuck out my face. Look. In logic, the law of excluded middle or the principle of excluded middle states that for every proposition, either this proposition or its negation is true. It is one of the three laws of thought, according to the law of non-contradiction and the law of identity. However, no system of logic is built on just these laws, and none of these laws provides inference rules, such as modus ponens. I'm not going to look at it in de Zorn's law, which I'm not going to look up. The law is also known as the law of principle or the excluded law or the excluded third. The principle should not be confused with the sentiment of the principle. Now, watch this. You know what the problem with what you're saying is? Every proposition, not every fact. It says every proposition, son, not every fact. If it is a fact that the water hose is on, that's a fact. It's not a proposition. See, that's why I don't want to talk to you, Boxing Hacker. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on you because you don't understand what you read. First of all, I have to go through that to truly understand it. However, I know that they're not talking about a fact. They're talking about a proposition. Whether or not a fact, I'm not talking to you, dude. You better believe, bro, I'm not talking to you today. I'm not interested in you. The link is here. I'm not talking to you, so you're not wasting my time. Like, you're not wasting my time today, man. See you later. I got more important shit to do than talk to you. Your shit's never going to happen. Like, man, for real. You guys are fucking terrible. You guys are terrible. One guy is going to jump up here and say that your channel doesn't represent Americans. Oh, I didn't mean that doesn't represent Americans, even though the fighters that you just named are the most popular American fighters. Unlike what your racist, people that you hang around try to convince you of, black people, I'm an American. I'm an American. I represent what Americans want. I'm American. I'm a real American. What you mean by American is white people. That's who you think of. When you looking at that American that you thinking of. You see the blonde hair, blue-eyed American. I'm American. I don't know what you're talking about. I am an American. I got a driver's license. I got a birth certificate. I got a social security number. I pay my taxes. I got family in the military. I was in the selective service. The whole nine, brother. The whole nine. Anyway, there's a link for anybody that wants to speak. Is for real. I'm not about to argue about whether or not. I'm not about to have a 3-week-old argument that you can't get your obsessive compulsive ass off of. No, it was what it is. They try to get one off on for 9. Tell them put it in a super chat, bro. Keith Nolan said, I want to ask King why does not criticize the Zone, Top Rank, or Golden Boy because he works for them. Or why does he never have negative news, lies, reports about the Zone, Top Rank, or Golden Boy? Because they're not black. Keith Nolan said, bullshit. Do you know how many people watch this channel that are Bud fans? How many Devin A fans? By no means is every person viewing this channel like, man, Keith Nolan, he doesn't even know he doesn't know who likes my channel and doesn't. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know. He just talking on the side of his neck. Jay Milts in the building said $2 for Black Americans, my tribe. Thank you, man. Salute, Mr. Martin. Thank you. We got to remember we're not Americans. We don't count as Americans. You have to remind them that we're American. Really? I'm telling you, you got to remember. You got to remind them. For now, I have to say they're right. You're not American. No, dude, I'm American, homie. I am American. And see, you're not taking that from me, man. Because if I say I'm not American, then how can I complain with equality, what goes on in America? I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen. I'm not 1/5 of a human. I'm not 1/5 of a citizen. I'm not 1/5 of a citizen. I'm not counting on some white dude's books for the amount of votes that he gets. That ain't what it is. I'm an American, and I have the right to say my opinion as an American. And you don't get to say what you want and claim that you speak for America, and I do not. I do. I'm not giving up my American citizenship. I'm not giving up my claim to America. None of that. I am just as American as any one of y'all. I'm just as American as any Klansman. I'm just as American as any Democrat, any Republican, anybody. I'm as American. I'm a born American. I'm not naturalized. I didn't jump up in here. I didn't jump up here and take a test. Okay, I'm not second generation. I'm not first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. None of that. Okay? I'm not any of that. So beat it with all of that I'm not American stuff. You think you're better than me because you're a fucking racist. And you come to America and you think, well, I'm higher on the echelon than they are. Let me talk about our American values. What's that, man? What them dudes do? Them Indian dudes be big on that shit. Them cats from India, they be big on that shit. Let's talk about our American values and what our country has been for the 15 years that my family's been here and how hard I worked on my math scores. I'm a more of American than you are because I've got better math scores. I'm better at calculus than you. And you don't get your ass out of my face. I was born here. I serve this country and they still want to act as if we don't belong. Exactly. You better kick rocks, bro. You're an immigrant, and I know damn well you're an immigrant. Shut your immigrant ass up, okay? Shut your immigrant ass up and be happy we let you in. That's what I think. Shut your ass up, King, and be happy we let your ass in. All right? We didn't have to let you in. Your ass, go the fuck back. In fact, you got dual citizenship, right? Dual your ass over there. You know what I mean? Exactly. My people never ran from nowhere. We've been here and we will die here. Some of my people ran. I got some Greeks that came here. But other than that, man, get your ass, get out of my face, man. Dog, let me see. As a matter of fact, let me see your fucking visa. Matter of fact, before I talk to you, I need to see your visa. I need to see your visa. I need to make sure whether I need to be calling ICE on your ass. All that shit you talk, stealing my jobs, out here stealing my kids' jobs. Take your ass back. You're 50, Blackie. Hell yeah, I'm 50. I'm 55, Blackie. I'm 55, Blackie. Got that shit right, and I ain't even. Dog, let me tell you something, Sosa. Get your gump ass out of my face. I'm American. You're a Blackie. You got that shit right. A Blackie American. Sexy Black American at that, bitch. You know it. Get your ass out of here. I know y'all don't like it. I know you don't like that I'm American. I know you don't like that I claim American. I know you want me to claim African American. I know you want me to claim Africa. I ain't claiming Africa. They don't want, man, I ain't going to Africa. I'm right here. Your ass brought us here. I'm staying my ass here. I like it here. Get your ass off my back. Get off my back. I'm staying right here. Remind y'all. I know you don't like it. Get your ass out my gotta get your ass out of my country before I start hanging out with the Klan. Get your ass out of here. I need to see your passport, boy. Where your passport? Where your work visa at? Where your work visa? Let me see your work visa. Anyway. Oh, what's up? We're not Africans. We're Black Americans. They can be mad. Yeah, man, exactly. Trying to slick me into Kwanzaa. Man, what the hell is Kwanzaa? I ain't got no damn Kwanzaa in Africa. Man, they ain't got no damn Kwanzaa in Africa. Y'all is trying to slip something over. Trying to get over. Hell no. Hell no. We staying right here. There ain't nobody coming up here dropping no bombs up in this mug. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody dropping no damn bombs in this mug. Dude, I don't feel like it, man. For real, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man. Man, come on, man. How can I help you, Mastermind?
Yeah, buddy. Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Tank Davis, America's favorite fighter. You hear me? The greatest out here to do it. You know what I mean? I wish he would have got past Josh Parker so we could have got the AJ versus Wilder. So, you know, but man, I mean, it's freaking phenomenal, man. And we still got Tank out there still carrying the crown. Undefeated. Never been beat. Ain't nobody never beat him for now. Knocked out every opponent except that Ortiz character. Pitbull. You remember that? Did you see the Pitbull fight for 9? For 9.
Man, I'm not doing all that shit, man.
What's wrong with you, man?
Hey, man, is that what you want to say?
You got an attitude with your people. You hate your own fucking people that support you? What the fuck is wrong with you? 55-year-old man, what the hell wrong with you?
Get your ass out of my face, dog. I ain't trying to hear your bullshit, bro. I don't want to hear that bullshit, man. I don't believe a word come out your goddamn mouth. I don't believe a word come out your mouth, man. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Nah, bro. Nah, dog. I ain't trying to hear you, man. Go away today. Come back later. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit. I ain't trying to hear you tap dance, and I ain't trying to do all that shit, dog. Get your ass out. Get your ass out of my living room, dog. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Man, God, dog. You think I owe it to you to play dumb? That tech nerve. Me get your ass out. You get your overacting ass out of my face, bro. If you don't get your overacting ass out my face, bro. You don't get your obviously sarcastic, overacting ass out my face. Dog, he sparked up quick. Like you said. If you don't get the fuck out my face with that bullshit, dog. Hey, let me tell you something, dog. I do not owe it to you to listen to your stupid shit, dog. I don't have to prove that you acting stupid. I do not. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, for real. I got to tell you what it is not my. I do not have to listen to you act a fucking buffoon and then prove that you're acting a buffoon. I don't have to hear it. All I got to hear is the tone in your voice, the insincerity, and the overacting, And oh yeah, man, get your ass out my face. Nigga, you just waiting to bitch. I know what you're doing. You're waiting to bitch, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. You fucking Debo too, Felicia. Get your ass out. Hey man, yeah, come. Bye, Felicia. I'm gonna remember that. Nigga, that's what I think as soon as you start talking. Bro, you said what you said. I've already talked to you before. I remember everything that you've said. I don't forget what you said. This is not like, oh, oops, it's a new day. Dog, you think you walk into my store, you slip, oh, my back, my neck and my back. Ah. Man, if you don't get it even wet over here, get your ass out my store. Man, you come back when you do that every day, man. You do that shit every day. I know your routine, bro. I've already met you. I know who you are. Okay? You're not coming in the store, dog. You're not talking. If you want to talk, you talking to your goddamn self. Okay? If you talk. Hey, dog. That make him real mad when you don't talk to him. Dog, it make him real mad, bro. Hey, Fanon in my second home in the UK. Support Fanon. Yeah, dog. Oh, man, come on, Ezel. Get your ass off my channel, bro. Get your ass out, Ezel. Thank you, Ezel. Get your ass out of here, Ezel. I ain't trying to hear this shit. This man said, oh. This man said, oh, yeah, man. Oh, man, it's still my birthday. Thank you, bro. I'll put that back up there. Kyle Alexander, thank you. Kiki, thank you. My apologies. I was working yesterday, but happy birthday, Fanon. Thank you to all you do. Also, thanks. Always listening in the background. Shout out to the beautiful chat. Yes, make sure you guys go subscribe to Kiki. Make sure you go subscribe to Upper Echelon. Cats that are monetized, that had enough goddamn sense to not fly on people until they got monetized. And even then, they didn't do it. Oh, my God, man. I'm going to put a link in the chat. I need somebody else to try to do that shit. I'm going to start treating people. I'm going to start paying y'all what y'all weigh. Click the link. I'm going to start paying y'all what y'all weigh. I'm going to start paying what you weigh. Paying what you weigh. Dog, if you got King, I did not miss your. Watch this shit. He gonna fucking snap. Watch. He gonna call me. What you gonna call me, Mastermind? I hate my people. I hate black people. This motherfucker gonna be mad. How can I help you?
Oh no, I ain't mad. Like you said, hey, you say we already know each other. You feel me? I'm just telling you, my favorite fighters: Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Devin Haney. You know what I mean? It's funny how I'm the crazy one, but y'all go off on me for that. I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm just trying to figure out where the hell all this hate come from. I'm just. That's what he said.
Bro, you said, first of all, because everybody remembers what you said before, and you just said I hate black people. You literally just said I hate black people. Because I
just wonder why when I support, okay, when I do agree with you, it's this, but then when somebody don't agree, they buffoons and clowns and
you said I hate black people. You just said I hate black people.
I'm trying to figure out why you treating me
I
like that.
already told you, bro. I don't trust you. I don't
Of
trust you.
who
I
do
think
you trust?
let me
Who
be
do you
real.
trust? Tank
Let me be
Davis?
real.
Do you trust Tank
I'm going to
Davis?
tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you what I think. I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I think you're just waiting around to call me some names. Now go away, bro. I don't respect anybody that calls me an Uncle Tom. Fuck out of my face. You call me an Uncle Tom, fuck you. I don't care if you think I'm an Uncle Tom or not. That's what you call me. And you not the first time you call me that shit. So go away. You call me and I ain't got no time for you. Bro, get out. Watch you kicking you out again. I'm kicking you out again. I want to talk to you. Kyle Alexander, what's up?
Happy birthday, Fanon. I hope you had a.
Sorry, T. Alexander. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Happy birthday, first of all.
Thank you.
It got kind of hectic, so I was trying to do it yesterday, but by the time I got on, you were already off. But happy birthday.
Thank you. And it's good to know that you're busy. That's always a good thing. Means you got business.
Exactly. So I saw your I was listening actually to when King got on, and I know you went down like the evidence and everything. I can't recall what you had asked him to recall, but King has already been I've proven King to be a liar when he came for Muhammad Ali. I don't know if you remember when he tried to put that jacket on Muhammad Ali on your channel.
On the steroids.
Yes, exactly. And so ever since then, I just lost total respect for him. Like that was too much. I don't know if people know, but to my knowledge, Muhammad Ali is still one of the only boxers to have 2 spoken word albums that were actually nominated for Grammys. This was after he was after in his continuance of doing Black, because I know you were talking about history, but
Yes,
this was still during the civil rights era and the things that he was doing for Black folks in this country. So to my knowledge, he's still the only boxer that does that. I mean, that holds that recognition. So anybody that disrespects Muhammad Ali, I definitely don't. I discredit you automatically. But anyway.
And it just so people know, that dude said, I'm talking to the people out here, just so you know, this dude said that Muhammad Ali tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug in 1980, which was 4 years before they even tested for performance-enhancing drugs in boxing. And the guy and the person that at one point in time, he said it was one drug. And then when I pointed out the drug that he named was actually a different Muhammad Ali that tested positive for that, he said, "Oh, my bad, I didn't mean that." But then we look back and there was some medication related up to Parkinson's disease that he was using. But the problem was that it wasn't illegal at the time. So anyway, King, I'm not talking to you anymore today, man. Go away, bro. You said you go away, bro. Okay, sorry, go away. I got better shit to do today. But go ahead, and Kiki. I love that name, Kiki, by the way.
Thank you. So sorry about that. So I have a question for you, Fanon. I don't know if you talked about the Zepeda and Smith fight last night.
I only saw the knockout. I literally turned my head and then boom, he was knocked out.
Well, yeah, that's the same thing with me. So
yeah,
my question for you is, do you think that because he's coming off of 2 tough losses, the first one last year was with Africa, and then now with Dalton Smith, do you think that that's pretty much it for Zepeda? Because I know that name right now, there's a lot of high hopes of him getting back in there. So do you think that, because I'm hearing reports, well, from fans and everything, that he might be a gatekeeper for that division? So what are your thoughts on that?
I think losing to a UK dude over there like that, he's definitely going to be a gatekeeper for that division. But I doubt that means he's not gonna continue to fight. But I think at 140 he always was that. Now my understanding is there's a different Zepeda though, isn't there? There's a
William and
right.
Jose. So
the Zepeda that is really like the contender is the Zepeda that fought that Shakur is thinking about fighting.
Correct.
Right. But so that other Zepeda, I think he was already kind of that. That's why he was fighting Africa to begin with. You know, because if he was really somebody who was really a big contender, they wouldn't have put him in there with him. They would have waited a little bit longer to get Africa in there. And he definitely wouldn't have gone over there to UK to fight an up and coming kid like that. So I think that they already kind of know that he's at that phase versus the Zepeda that is, The lightweight Zepeda. Yeah, because the lightweight Zepeda.
Okay, true. I do agree with that. And the last question, I'm sorry, but
No,
last
no sorries at all. I agree. I enjoy this conversation.
okay, thank you. Last question. When do you think that do you think that Danny Garcia is still serious? Because I'm hearing that he could possibly be a contender for 154, but the last time I seen him was a couple months ago where he posted a music. For some odd reason, boxers are wanting to do music. Ryan, Clarissa, now Danny. So
Yeah.
so I'm asking that because they're saying that this can be in the works with Danny Garcia getting back active. What is your opinion? Your stance on that, and I'll take my
I just think Danny Garcia is a very wealthy man, and I think that he probably does want to fight, and he ain't allergic to catching a $5 million payday. You know, he ain't allergic to money, but it's gonna have to be a situation where it's either he can go out there and he can get a win real quick and get a paycheck real quick, or it's something that's going to be very, very lucrative for him. I don't think that he's really at this stage of his career is like he's really pursuing like I don't think he's out there trying to be a unified champion. He was already a unified champion, a two-weight division champion. He already said, man, I don't need to fight because I've been making a lot of money for a long time. So I think that he will take a fight, but he'll probably just take a fight that is where he feels like, okay, yeah, I can get out there. I can win the fight. It's a good payday. But I think that's where he is. I think we will see him. And I do think we will see him again. But, I don't think you're going to see him in there against guys like, like he's not going to fight Janabek, or even if that was possible, or, guys like, you may see him against, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw him against Jamal.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him in there against somebody like Jamal, or maybe even see him in there against somebody like Jermell. But somebody where it could be a good fight, it could be a good money fight. But I don't think we have any risk of him saying, okay, let me go try to fight a killer. Maybe he fights him Zoo at 150, but I don't even think he wants to come down to 154. I think he probably wants to be in the 155, some catch weight above that. That's what I think. Is what is he, like 34, 35, something like that?
Yeah. And then if you've seen him in that music video, he did not look in shape to me.
He's living a life, man. He's living a life. He's been a pro for a long time. He's accomplished a lot. He's won big championships, and I think he'll fight maybe some of his contemporaries, but I wouldn't hold my breath on him saying, let's get it in with Jaron, somebody like that. Or, even maybe a Terrence Crawford. He may fight Terrence Crawford. Like if Terrence Crawford was a viable option for him to make money, but he said he didn't even need that fight. So I just think he's a multimillionaire, man. And I think he's already accomplished a lot in his career, and he's towards the end of his career, but he's still since he's still able to make money and he's still able-bodied, I think that he'll take the opportunity that comes to him.
Okay. Thank you so much, Fanon. And again, happy birthday. Make sure you use that money to I want you to go on vacation, Fanon.
Oh.
I want you to go on vacation. I don't care if it's a Mexico, wherever. I want you deserve a nice vacation. I don't know if you ever heard, there's a hotel in Memphis called the Grand Opry. It just opened a few years ago. It's beautiful. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know how far that is from you, but I'm
in Texas, but I used to live in Memphis.
Oh yeah, well, it's right outside of Memphis. You would definitely enjoy it just for a few days, but I think you deserve it. But if you don't go on vacation, make sure you get yourself a nice meal, and let's have a good time watching these fights this weekend.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kiki. And hey, if you ever want to jump on and call a fight during fight night, because I know you probably do it up Echelon already, though. All right.
No, I definitely will.
Okay, cool. All right. It was a pleasure. Great questions too. Take care, Kiki.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. That's fun. Y'all niggas is whack. Like, I really want to talk to y'all. Sit there, call me an Uncle Tom, bro. Let me unblock you real quick. Mastermind. Because, dog, I want you to stop clicking that link, dog. Because, for real, I don't have a lot of patience for people to call me Uncle Tom. That shit is a low blow, and I don't like it. Okay? Because there's nothing further from the truth, and you don't get to decide how black I am. And you trying to figure out why I don't want to talk to you, because you're annoying to me. Same reason you wouldn't want to talk to somebody that says some shit that gets on your nerves. Hey, A1 Hoop Zone said, happy belated birthday, OG. This is the next pack. every multivitamin to go along with the glow in the dark walker. Appreciate the cook. Thank you, brother. Windy City Assassin says, my wife says, happy birthday, Fanon. You've been a part of our family for years now. Thank you, Windy City Assassin. And shout out to the Shy. And happy birthday. And my guy, Ken and John said, happy belated birthday. Thank you, brother. Come on, Mastermind. I unblocked your block. Dog, you got to put some draws on all that calling me an Uncle Tom shit. And I don't know what you want me to respond to the fact that you like these guys. You can like whoever you want to like. I don't care. You know what I mean? I just don't have faith. I just don't have faith in your intentions. I think you want to argue. Jorge, man, said happy birthday. Mine was Friday. Saludos. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Jorge. It is, man. Yes, it is. She's so much more organized than me. She's much more organized than me, and that's a great piece of advice. Shai, you need to take a vacation. Yeah, no, I do need to take a vacation. I do. But you got to remember, I had a vacation for like 6 months about 3 years ago. I had a 6-month vacation. And you better goddamn believe that I was like, I'm going to work my ass off when I get back to work. Ooh-wee, and I ain't stopped working yet. Dalton Smith has more power than Devin Haney. I don't know if he does or if he doesn't. I know he ain't about to use that power on Devin Haney, though. You did? Dude, she ain't lying. King, she ain't lying. You did say that about Ali. You did say it. You said it to me. What do you mean? You said it to me. You think people forget what you said, man? They don't forget what you say. Okay? They don't forget what you say. You say a lot of shit because you say get on all the time, constantly hating on people. You get a kick out of that shit. I freed Mastermind. And Mastermind, you got mad that I didn't respond to you. That's what happened. You got mad that I didn't respond. What you think? What you think? What you think? What you think? I don't think nothing. LaMarcus Robinson said, I definitely remember that entire conversation. Yeah, King, you lied too much, man. You lied too much. Because you're not out here for the truth. Yes, sir, Mastermind.
Yeah, that's how I found your channel, man. Huge Deontay Wilder fan. Huge Deontay Wilder. I was listening to you ever since, man, 13, 14? You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's who I listened. That's who I was watching. Errol Spence, I ain't shooting.
13, 14. You talking about 2013?
Yeah, I've been listening for a long time.
Nah, not since then.
You ain't been on the internet since 2013?
No. I started in 20. My channel says 2016, but that's just how long I've had how long I had the Gmail account. I've been on YouTube really doing videos since 2017.
Yeah. No, I have found you on like I don't know if you were just on other people's channel, but then I heard you started your own channel. I started watching.
I was on my channel before I was on anybody's channel. And actually, when I started this channel, it wasn't even And when I started this channel,
I heard you on other people's, like I hear you on a boxing panel. And then I'll be like, then I found out you had your own channel. That's how I heard about it.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, you always be on that.
But I had my channel first. But so what's on your mind, man? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to say, man, that Tank Frank, man, that's a good one right there. And because my phone was messing up when I was telling you I don't think that I don't see neither one of them lose because I don't see they not gonna fight each other. Because I see a lot of your comments was like, what happened if they fight each other? But I said I see Tank and Devin retiring undefeated. I don't really see nobody that could really take them in their weight division. Maybe T.O. could beat Devin. That's a scary fight for Devin, I believe. I think that's the toughest opposition for Devin. But I don't see nobody at 135 giving Tank problems or lower. And I want the Inoue fight, Inoue Tank. I want him to go on and put Inoue out his misery. You know, I love to see that. Since they want Crawford to jump all the way up and fight Canelo, let's see Inoue jump all the way up to fight Tank. And let's see who win that. You know what I mean? And I think both little guys win. I don't think Crawford can beat Canelo, and I don't think Inoue can beat Tank. So I think size still plays a part, even with skills. But yeah, I had to get back on here and show you I am a fan. I just, I felt a certain type of way about the sparring footage.
That's fair
all.
enough. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that, Mastermind, and I think we can start anew.
Yep, start anew, man. Keep on, man, doing good in life, man. Raising the family good. Education. Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Get back, man. Hey, LL Music said, happy born day, Fanon. Thank you, sir. And I saw you, Violator Comics. I thought you were going to jump on. Saw you, Violator Comics. And then my guy, the People's Podcast, said, happy birthday from Violator Comics. Hope all is well. It is, man. It's very well, man. I can't complain about a thing, bro. I can't complain about a thing. But I think I am going to say, that's what's up for the day. Take the rest of the day to chill. It was been fun. It's so fun talking to y'all every day. I feel so blessed. Thank you, Mastermind. I appreciate that, man. What you talking about? Oh, man, look, man. Dog, look, man. I know I can be a grumpy ass dude. I tried to befriend King. And King, I think, is definitely a racist sympathizer. I definitely think his ass is one of them cats. One of them snobby ass. I do think he is as far as immigrant. I think he's a snotty migrant. I think he's a migrant with a superiority complex. That's what I think. Oh man, the phenomenal show you did, man. Thank you guys so much. No joke, man. You guys take care of the channel, man. You guys keep the channel prospering. The numbers on the channel have been good, so thank you to everybody that watches it. I'm glad that you guys are entertained. We've been able to do long shows. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, man. A reason I still tolerate even here Boxing Hacker. Dog, Boxing man, Boxing Hacker, I know you kind of you kind of on that spectrum, bro. You know what I mean? If like you're really truly honest with it, you kind of on that a little bit, man. You don't like to lose, okay? And I understand that, bro. King, you're a migrant. You're a snotty migrant, bro. You're an arrogant migrant.
I'm a U.S. citizen, brother.
That's a passport, homie. I don't care.
Just like you. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Where were you born,
please,
homie?
Brother.
Where were you born?
I'm a U.S. citizen. I don't care.
Where were you born? Were you born in the United
States?
States?
As you do.
No, you don't.
So please.
You don't have the right to say you were born here. Where were you born?
I don't need that right.
Where were you born in the United States?
I'm a U.S. citizen just like you.
Hey,
brother.
nah, dog.
But,
no, you're not.
But
no,
I got no problem with you, bro.
Dog, hey, dude, let me tell you, dog. You're an immigrant.
But no, I am a U.S. citizen,
you're an
just like you are. Me and you have the same passport.
And I don't have it. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. No, you're not. Your parents ain't from here. Your grandparents ain't here. You have not. Your family has not done for the United States what my family has done. I hope you hear the sarcasm. I hope you hear the sarcasm in my voice. Because there's a lot of fucking sarcasm in it.
I never act like that, but okay.
No, yes, you do, because you sit here and preach to black people.
I just can't.
And you hang out and you support a bunch of people that got a bunch of preachy shit to say about black people. So, dog, they say the same shit about your ass. You're an immigrant, and they don't give a fuck whether or not you got a passport or not. They don't think they wish your ass wouldn't be here.
I know they don't. Why do you think?
So then shut the fuck up. Support trying to tear down black organizations and make life good. They try to make things good for black fighters.
I'm not, brother.
Stop shitting on black fighters then.
I told you I was suffering.
Nah, dog. You cared about Palestine. You care about me saying something bad about Palestine.
Let's just squash
if I started saying, hey, if you're an American citizen, you need to support Israel. Blow up Palestine, you'd have a fucking problem with that.
I'm not getting into all that.
Of course you don't, but you ain't got any problem saying that my channel, the black people on this channel, ain't Americans. We don't represent Americans.
You misunderstood my point.
It's gonna be a long time before you know what the fuck you talking about, seeing as your ass just got here. So shut the fuck up and learn, and stop riding with people that I don't need to convince you that I know what racism is in the United States. I was born here. My mother and father were born here. My grandparents were born here. We've been here for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So stop fucking telling me what the fuck I need, what is an American, what isn't an American.
I have no right to do that, but
you did it though. But you did it.
Let's just squash all the beef.
I'm not squashing shit. You did it.
Let's just get back to normal.
You said no. You did it. No, you did it.
Let's just get back to friendly conversations. I got no problem.
No, I don't got no friendly conversation for somebody that says black people ain't American.
I'm hoping I can get a wrench on your channel, man.
You're never gonna get a wrench on my channel, dog. So and now you're just trolling. Let me tell you something, dog. I'll give you a wrench when you have a kid that has a kid in America.
That's not fair.
No, that's when you'll get a wrench from me. When you got a kid, they got a kid. When you got a kid, they got a kid. When you raise an American. When English is your only language.
Anan, you misunderstood what I was saying.
I didn't misunderstand shit. I understood what you were saying. Because you're not the first person to say it.
I got called Arab, immigrant, all kinds of names, man.
Dog, I know what you got called. I know what you got called, and I know exactly who would call you it. And I could have told you were gonna get called that shit before you ever got here.
And for you to think that I am what I am, that's just...
No, you are what you are, because there's a bunch of Arab people that do the same shit to black people.
That just hurts.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. You're not any different than Korean grocery store owners that catch a fucking attitude and look down their nose at the black people that actually provide the money for them to make a living. You're not any different. You're not any different than in the 1970s when there was a lot of Arab nationalists that came over here and got gas stations and had all kind of funky ass attitudes with black people. Then you're no different. You're no different than Italians that came over in the 1910s and 20s from Ellis Island and caught attitudes of black people and thought they were better than the black people that were already here. You're no different than any other wave of immigrants that mistreat black people. I'm not trying to hear that shit, brother, because I didn't study American history. We lived it. We didn't study American history to pass an American history test. We are American history.
I've had black bosses. I have black
people. Man, you don't know you had a black that owned the company
that worked under me. I have black people that worked above.
Man, I don't get. So what the fuck if you've had black people that worked under you
and above me?
Now you sound like a fucking idiot. Now you really sounding racist. I've got black friends. I've got black people that I've given jobs to. I've got so what? I've got white people that work for me. I've worked for white people. So what?
I've had
shut up, man. How about you just shut the fuck up and leave me alone and go find an Arab How about you go find an Arab American boxing channel and go talk to?
Because you're unfair. You misunderstood.
How about you go find an Arab American YouTube channel to talk boxing to that has Arab American fight fans on it, where you can give your ideas to other Arab American fight fans and leave me the fuck alone. I didn't even fight because exactly. So shut the fuck up.
I support
and be grateful that people talk to you.
I support your channel, brother. I really.
And whatever.
I watch your videos.
For every dollar you give, you charge $3 of bullshit.
And on this year already, I've donated over $200.
Keep it. You want the money back?
I don't.
No, you can shut the fuck up. I'll give you your money back.
I'm just saying I'm a
supporter. I'll give you your money back.
Come on, man.
I'm serious. I'll give you your money back. If you go away. I was very happy that you didn't come around for whatever kept you around.
If you want me to leave, I'll leave.
Bye. Bye. You think I need some condescending dude telling me that black people ain't American? You think I need somebody sitting around here and telling me that the most popular black fighters, the most popular fighters in America don't represent America? Fuck out, go away. Go away. We're American. This is an American boxing channel with American citizens talk about American boxing. We're American. I didn't come. I am not Arab American. I was not born. I did not migrate here. I was not born in the UK. I was not born in Australia. I was born in Kansas, dead in the middle of this bitch. I didn't come here by choice. I've been here. This is where I'm from. This is where I'm going to die. And I have no problem with you being here or anybody else being here. But you're not going to sit up here and tell me that Gervonta Davis is not a black American, is not an American. And Deontay Wilder is not an American. And Errol Spence is not an American. And Darryl McKinney is not an American. And Phenomenal Show is not an American. And all these other black people here do not represent America, because we do. We absolutely positively do. As much as any hick you see on the side of the road selling farm goods. We are just as American as anybody wearing a MAGA hat and waving a flag around. Thank you very much. We are American. We absolutely had to fight and die for it. Okay? Matter of fact, whole bunch of our people had to die not to be. Whole bunch of people had to die not to be citizens. Not to be. Just die to get here. Just didn't even want to come. Wanted to leave. Stayed here so goddamn long, there wasn't nowhere to go. Go where? Where are we going to? You fucked that up too. Say we way more patriotic. We had to fight for freedom. Dude, look, man. Dude, how more, man, black people are super American, man. Look, we super patriotic. What do? I'm from L.A. Southside Crips. They don't say African Crips. Southside of what? Southside L.A. People, we not just patriotic. We get it down to the city. We loyal to the cities. We are loyal not only to the country, we're loyal to cities. We are loyal to blocks. We are loyal to neighborhoods. Neighborhoods. I'm from Chicago. Man, I don't rock with no California. I'm from Chicago. Dude, I'm so American that I'm fucking from Chicago. Y'all ain't talking about, man, dude, you are American. You got an American passport. We ain't even, dude, you know how many, the fact that you got a damn passport makes you suspect. We so American, 99% of us ain't even got a passport. I don't got a passport. Look at how crazy you are. This is how different you are. In order to prove that you're a United States citizen, you waived a passport. Dude, we ain't got no damn passports. We ain't even leaving. Passport for what? What do I need a passport for what? You got a passport to take your ass back to where you came from. You got a passport to take your ass back where you came from. To get in and out to where you came from. Dude, most black people ain't got passports. If we got a passport to go to Mexico. If we go to passport, if we get a passport, we going to Mexico. Bringing our ass right back. We driving over there and driving back. The simple fact that, no joke, born in Illinois thing, the simple fact that you waving a passport makes me be like, yeah, you're a foreigner. I got a U.S. passport. How long was it before? How many work visas you have to apply for before you got that shit? Anyway, like I said, man, I don't care. Y'all can come to America all y'all want. I know they ain't letting no goddamn Haitians in. Come on. Some of us go to Canada, OG. Exactly. Hey, man, we going to Canada. Some of y'all going down there to Brazil and Mexico. Ain't nobody, man, we ain't going, man, dog, please. Please. Y'all here voting to take, and by the way, you're here to voting to take our goddamn tax dollar. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to do away with dual citizenship. I want to do away with that. Hey, man, you got to pick one, dog. You got to pick one. Yeah, Bahamas, Jamaica, something like that. Bermuda. And you better believe we're going to be back after the weekend, bro. You got dual citizenship. You are, oh, yes, right. Yeah, you're a citizen. You're a citizen. You a citizen. Jamaica, Jamaica. But that's kind of like we want to see cousins and shit. You know what I mean? We go there because we trying to check out some cousins. So, hey, man, we got dropped over here. You got dropped off over here. We got to go to, yeah, exactly, bro. Close the borders. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I don't mean, seriously, man, the Mexicans, I don't have no problem with Mexicans come over here. I'm all right with that. Because it was Mexico. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like I feel fucked up about that. Like, I don't know, man. Mexicans do what they want to do. I don't really care. But I ain't gonna lie, dog. I think we got enough British people. I think we got enough British people. I think we got enough people from Asia. I think we got enough. I think we've met our quota. We're good. We're okay. I want to make America great again. I want to make America great again. I want to meet the 100% employment rate for America. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys got so many problems over there in Palestine. You need to go over there. You need to figure out how you guys can organize and come together, and you can stop all this Palestinian on Palestinian fighting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You need to work out the problems you got over there. You don't need to be over here. If King commits a felony, he's likely to get deported. Anyway, I don't have any problem with immigrants, man. I don't want to get it twisted. For real, I don't. I'm not on all of that, really. I just wish you guys would don't imply that I'm not American. And don't preach about black people. Don't preach like some shit like you didn't leave somewhere for a goddamn reason. Zone 6, what's Zone 6 East Atlanta? He said, I want to visit somewhere. I go to the West Coast. Other than that, I'm staying my ass in America. Why do I got to leave? I don't even have to leave. Ain't no need. Anyway, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm a patriotic American, man. I'm American, dude. My daddy served in the military. My uncle served in the military. My grandfather was in the military. I'm just that immigrant. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear that shit. Trying to say, did he not say black people were not American? No, your demographic doesn't really represent America. Your demographic doesn't really represent America. Man, that's what he said, man. My demographic doesn't represent America. You mean my America? Us Americans don't represent America? And you don't see what's wrong with that? Steve made us still trying to get my wrench. I see you, brother. Don't worry, man. I'll get you. Thank you. Let me see. This has been fun conversation, man. God dang. That dude named Dave is on. Stick around a little longer, brother, because that's real quick. Steve Made, you got to hold on a second, man. You got to hold on, Steve Made. Yeah, you gotta. The problem with that is, dude, you can be posing quite easily with that. But I appreciate you, man. Africans do not accept us. They consider us American black. Americans, not African Americans. Yeah, but first of all, nobody asked for that shit. That's that Kwanzaa shit. That's that Jesse Jackson shit. That's that shit. That's that. Let's kill this whole black thing. I don't want to be called black. I want to be called African American. Man, that shit came around in about 1980. When was that? About 1980. Maybe about 1989, maybe 1990, early 1990, late 1980s, early 1990s, something like that. People, but them dudes, them bougie ass dudes started talking about we're African Americans. Yeah, somewhere around there, somewhere right around that time. Oh, we're African Americans. I'm all right, dog. We worked hard not to be called all kind of other shit. Why are we changing this again? Because Jesse Jackson says so. Basically, it was a flex to get those dudes paid. It's basically like another Atlanta. It was like an Atlanta flex. They gave all that juice to them goddamn Atlanta politicians. They gave all that juice to them. They gave all that juice to them Atlanta politicians. Hey man, look, bro. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm an American, man. I am black and I am an American, and I don't have, and this is what it is, man, and I like it. And I like it. I'm an American and I like it. This is why I respect Fanon. He really knows his stuff and tells real facts. You cooking today. Thank you, Alden Johnson. Yeah, man, they try to pull that wool. They pull that wool shit. They try to pull all that wool over your eyes, bro. Because they're always going to change some shit up. They just change stuff. They confuse you. They change it up to confuse you. Black power. I'm black and I'm proud. They wanted to see, because remember, black power turned into black establishment, and black establishment turned blacks into African Americans. Remember this. Black power got black people being called black. Then black power led to black establishment. Black establishment led black people to be called African American. And now they have an African American establishment, who are the same people that were opposed to the black power movement to begin with. The same people that did not like the leaders that wanted to replace and do away with guys like Adam Clayton Powell and the cats up there in New York, and the people in Chicago, and the place, and the black people and the political movements out there in California. Because remember, they took over for the Southerns, because the civil rights movement, the way that they defined it was by and large Southern. It was Southern. That shit did not work out up there, up north. They was gonna kill your ass trying to come around there marching. March your ass through here. March your ass up around here. We ain't pulling out no hoses. We pulling out guns. Come on out here. You're gonna be ducking bullets. You're going to be ducking bullets. Well, you're not going to be ducking hoses. We'll shoot your ass on TV. Think they won't. They'll shoot the fucking TV camera before they shoot you. Fuck around with these immigrants. You know what I mean? And I'm going to fire back, keep a stick on me. Yeah, but dog, let me tell you something, man. Now in Chicago, man, they ain't dealing with that. They weren't dealing with all of that, bro. They assassinate. They assassinate. In Philadelphia, they blow up the building. They bomb. They used to bomb down the South. They bomb down South too, though. They bomb down South too. They bomb and they bomb. That's what I'm telling you, man. You guys talk all that shit. You don't want to catch the wrong side of white people. Like, that's what you guys is fucking with. You gonna fuck around and catch the wrong side of them. I'm telling you, man, you gonna fuck around and catch the wrong side of white people. Keep fucking around. Get too comfortable. You're gonna catch the wrong side of them. That's one group of people you do not want to catch the wrong side of. In America, oh no. We long overdue for a massacre. Just so you know. We long overdue for some of y'all to get bombed. For somebody to fly a plane and drop some shit. We long overdue, dog. We long overdue. It's been about 40 years. It's been when's the last time they blew up a building? That was the 80s the last time. Oh no, they bombed in Waco. They bombed Waco. They bombed in Waco. They bombed in Waco. But yeah, man, y'all better be careful. Talking all that shit y'all talking. Now that and just like they said, your SAT scores don't count so much, do they? Darky. Hey, them darky scores don't, they call them darky scores. I can hear him say it, dog. Oh, man, he got one of them darky scores. What's that? Oh, you know they cheat. You know they cheat on them tests. They just sit around and study all day. They don't work hard. All they do is sit there behind their computer and play with their calculators. That's all they do. You know, they're mad. That's natural with them, the math. The math is natural. It really doesn't mean anything because we got computers that can do that math. You know, that's what they're doing. Let's get rid of the SAT tests. Yeah. I be trying to tell, I be trying to tell y'all. You guys want to talk shit about the victim because you're too chicken shit to say something to the victimizer. Everybody knows who the most dangerous people in the United States is. Almost every Black American there is scared of white people. Okay? Almost every single, at some level, they make you nervous when they're around at some level. Okay? At some level. And if you don't have a little bit of concern, that's because you're ignorant. You know what I mean? You don't never know. Dog, you guys tripping. Anyway, with that, I'm going to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. Oh, no. Oh, when they have a badge, when they don't have a badge, when they have a phone, when they don't have a phone, when they're kids, when they're not kids. Look, man, you better be careful. That's all I'm saying. All right, man. With that, I'm out. Deuces.